Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackety. My name is James Hamrick. Yes, I know, our player frames look like shit right now. I'm trying to fix them. Hi! Welcome back to Ravenloft 1313, our spooky midweek monstrous extravaganza. Yeah, my name's James. I'm an actor. I'm a writer, dungeon master. Currently a runner at a restaurant, and yeah, that's about me. We have a new person joining us today, and she will introduce herself when she gets around to that. But first, I'm going to go to the bathroom. So why don't you kick it off, Victoria?
I mean, it's what I do, right?
It's what you do.
I don't know.
And it's what you do best.
What do I do?
Y'all, he's leaving. We have control of the stream now.
I am now the dungeon master. You get an inspiration. You get an inspiration. You get an inspiration.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. Hi guys, I am Victoria Antoinette. I am an actor. I am a singer, dancer, choreographer, podcaster, and streamer, TikToker as well. If you can't find me at the Victoria Antoinette anywhere, then you can find me at Thug Unicorn 713 as a horror game streamer and a podcaster with cryptids and all such of the like. And you can find us in our Spooktober at Euphonauts. It's UFO back half astronaut, so Euphonauts. And all Mondays I usually do Scary Story Nights. I am now reading Bunnicula for October. So if you need a nostalgia dump, come watch. It's fun. Yays! Someone take the attention off me.
I think it's my turn. I think you can really only see like from here up, but that's okay for now. James will fix it and make my face look pretty, hopefully. Right, James? I can't hear you, but cool.
Stop muting. There we go. Hi.
Hi.
What were you saying to me?
I was just saying that I was looking at the stream. It's like you can see here up, just like I'm a what is it? Sewer person. Just pop up. I'm Ben. You can find me on Twitch at JoomJoomDaBoom, and on Instagram at WeeBeJamin. I do the acting, the singing, the dancing, and the crying sometimes.
And the crying. I'm particularly a fan of the crying.
Can you tell? I'm an expert at the crying.
You does the cry
And
very well, my friend.
I do's the cryings. All right. New person.
New person, please introduce
Your
yourself.
turn.
You?
Who are you? Identify yourself!
Hi, I'm Rosie. You can find me at Rosie Posies on Twitch. I'm just your typical office woman who enjoys acting on the side. So super excited to get to play and meet everyone on the campaign. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Woot woot, we're happy to have you. This party needs more people. Otherwise they'll die.
More women.
More women, yes. Yes, that is fair. I do the best I can.
I know.
Anywho, cool. Moving right along. That's you.
Is it May?
That's you.
Is it May?
Yes.
It's gonna be
It's
May.
gonna be
Sorry, I had to...
Micheal.
Michael Williams.
Micheal.
Me name.
Oh, hey, it's me.
Born to sit here
I
talking
don't
to
know
you
what
from
this
my
energy
computer.
is today. I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Here to scare you, but also provide a little laughter along the way.
It's I'm gonna get beat up by a manager energy.
Oh God.
That's what this is. That's exactly what this is.
Who am I? I am just a dude. I like pizza. I just made one. That's why I'm just now getting here. I am a singer-songwriter, actor, brand ambassador, model, multi-hyphenate, caterer. I was just recently seen in the last marketing drop for FarmersOnly.com. That is a lie. But I hope you believed it for a split second.
I believed it for a split
I
second.
did. I was like, how
Yes.
can I find this?
I was ready to go on Farmers to go check it out.
Oh no, Stunlock season is over. I'm afraid.
Stunlock.
For now.
Stunlock season is never over. Do not think that is a thing.
You can find me primarily on Instagram at MEWilliams227. I have posted so infrequently recently, but if you look at my story, you will see that your boy's in need of an immediate sublet. So if you or anyone you know in the New York and New Jersey area has an immediate sublet available, hit up your boy in chat or otherwise.
You can share
And
my
thanks
event,
for
Michael.
watching. Thanks, James.
Anyhow.
You can also crash at my place if you need to.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yes,
You
if worst
know
comes
you
to
got
worst,
it.
I'm sure that any of us would lend you a bed or couch or floor.
Yeah,
I
you
have an
can-
old mattress. I have a big blow-up mattress and a small blow-up mattress, and my
old
couch and my
mattress.
floor.
Look, you can have
Hello,
a
Knights of
king-size
Silver
bed.
Moon. Good evening. We
Have a
are
nice
lovely little
king-size
heathens.
bed. You can share it with me. Just cuddle a little bit if you want.
I'm gonna
Wait,
go either that is my
Cuddles
top option.
with Michael? Absolutely.
I'm pretty good at it, y'all. I would like to Princess and the Pea the floor, the couch, the big blow-up mattress, and the tiny blow-up mattress, if that's okay.
That's totally
Of
fine.
course, of course. It's what you
Just
want,
so
you're
you're
the
aware,
guest.
Rosie, we all simp after Michael. It's part of it's part of the job. You just
Yeah.
have to.
Got it.
Every chance
wanting
you get.
to cuddle somebody is not simping. I
That's
want to
it.
cuddle every single one
I
of
was
you.
speaking for myself and literally everybody else, but if you don't want,
Oh,
if you want to
okay.
be the weird one who's not simping after Michael,
Yeah.
then that's
You
a
Michael,
that's
I
your
don't wanna
love
simp
you
after
as
Michael?
a friend, and you are the best
Likewise.
thing ever.
Thank you.
Michael, I sent after you.
Thank. I put away a thanks, son. I didn't say it. Nope, can't do that. Can't do that.
Thanks, son. We have a very convoluted relationship, and I'm okay with it.
I don't want to cuddle
Nice.
with him. No thanks.
Oh,
Okay, nice to
sorry.
Silverman.
Damn.
You can lie to yourself if you want to. You can sleep at the foot of me and James's bed.
No, that's where I
God.
sleep.
Oh, James has a simp.
I have many.
Niggas.
So many. All right. Beautiful. Great. And last but certainly not least, who are you?
Hi. I'll keep it short. I act, I model. My Instagram is Regan_Teller. That is 1 E, 1 A in the first name. Or Dregan_Fly. Good luck.
Thank you. I
Good
need
night.
Good luck.
Good luck.
It. Stay classy, San Diego.
Godspeed!
Go.
Right, and good luck.
I love that I still. I love that I love I can't decide between the Weeblos 2 fingers or the Scouts 3 fingers.
No. You gotta do Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah.
They do.
Or the Acroan salute,
Or the Acroan salute.
which people often get confused for the French salute. Common mistake.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, great. So with
I'm
that,
so sorry, Rosie.
let's do a recap.
Of the whole thing, or just of what happened last time on Dragon Ball Z?
What happened last time on Dragon Ball Z?
A lot of screaming. I missed a perfect opportunity to get a really nice one-liner in because I was so pissed off at Norin.
Yeah.
And I'll never get to live it down. Then we crashed, and we met Dominic, who's super charming. Definitely nothing weird about him.
Not a single thing.
I crushed him like a cockroach underneath a magnifying glass. And then eventually I let him go, and then I was a Karen at a restaurant after we met Tilly. And now I'm gonna get beat up by a large man.
The
Roasted
Red
red.
Death.
I just want to say that the first note from last session is kill the bitch. Just want to leave that in there.
She's gonna be fine. Someone just needs to reset the timeline. It's gonna be fine.
Mine is we kill Vodeska. The mist gets pissed.
The mist.
Ah.
I like that.
This is not a fascist overlord domain. This is a nice party domain where the only sin is if you are poor, and then a serial killer is gonna come and get you.
And the
Yeah.
food sucks.
I
And
wish
the
that
food does
was
suck.
real in our reality. Please come kill me.
Well, James, that's a question. How was everybody else's food? Or is it just my food that was awful?
It was our food too.
That is
Oh,
everybody's
before
Before we
I rolled a
before we
nat
get
20, I
started,
don't know
before
what
we
you're
get
talking
started,
about.
before we get started, Ilya, make me a retroactive insight check.
Okay, cool.
We were eating at the most ritzy diner, putting on airs, and about to dine and dash, and then we realized that the food was actually quite horrible. And it has become such that that's the standard around here.
9.
9. Everyone seems to be enjoying their food. They seem very tense as they eat, though. That's what you pick up.
Dinner!
Yummy!
good
Dinner!
So
And-
good.
I know you're not eating, you stupid assholes.
Anywho,
Petunia.
Now.
so I guess we can switch over the music, and we can hop right into this nonsense.
Petunia and her fucking Paul Giamatti face.
So, music. Let's get out of what is this? This is Calcifer by Jean Bjork. Let's go to
Bjork?
not Bjork, Jean Bjork.
What I thought.
Damn it.
Let's go with
New Bjork, New Bjork.
She's a hell of a gal.
how about It's Almost Spring Back Home by Adriel Fair?
That sounds a little too happy.
How about some light Vivaldi? For
I think
once.
we should
Let's
sit
do
here
the
like
third
this
movement of
crap.
Vivaldi's summer section.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, roll initiative.
Oh yeah!
Oh no, the night manager.
Oh, wonderful!
The night manager.
Ooh, wait! I actually might be going first. Shit. What was the scene like, James?
will not
Your
be.
bard needs to know.
So-
I'm not gonna go first.
We love
You
it.
guys,
You have the alert feed.
you guys were having
I rolled a 1, Regan.
Hold
I
on.
rolled a 1.
you guys were having
Porn.
dinner. Ilya is the worst, and decided to complain.
Yeah.
The
I was
server
being a
went
Karen.
back. The server went back to go find the manager back into the kitchen, but then through the front door walks this tall, like 9-foot tall, red-robed man wearing a or woman. You don't really know because they're wearing a plague doctor's mask that is also red leather. They have pulled out a long knife, and they stalk slowly towards your table.
Oh, I thought they were the manager.
Oh no, no. That was your assumption. This person just came from outside. Anywho, initiatives. Dorian.
10.
Eureka.
10
All right.
What are your dexes?
plus 4.
Same.
Roll again.
Damn.
Ooh.
Roll off.
Roll off,
Roll
roll
off.
off.
Let's go!
Roll off.
It's a roll off. It's a roll off.
They're gonna have to dance for it.
Is it just the flat die or still using the modifier?
Still use the modifier. You're just like
Uh,
it's between you two for that
it-
number.
15.
14.
Okay.
You got
Okay.
it.
Inches.
Lila.
27.
I'm 27. I'm not old.
Ilya.
26.
No, you're like super old according to the not.
Because that's what we're calling you right now.
I got a 5.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes, first initiative
Hell
roll.
yeah.
I see you.
Oh,
You better, watch
what's
from
your
the
what's your
wings. I
what is
see you.
what is your dex modifier?
Silver moon.
My dex modifier?
No, hers.
+0.
All right. You actually
We
rolled
love
a 4.
a 0.
Okay.
All right.
Anywho, so Lila, this tall plague mask wearing motherfucker just wanders into the room, heading directly for your table.
Huh.
Probably nothing. Don't
Flirt
worry
with
about it.
him.
Yeah, I might flirt with him. I'm gonna kind of like lean across the table, and just be like, "I'm sorry, can I help you?"
He says nothing. He just keeps stalking towards the table.
Well, fuck. Charisma doesn't do it.
He's not charmed by seduction. We're fucked.
That's the only tool we have!
Dang it! And the food wasn't even good.
Absolutely fine.
If we're not sexy, what are we?
Use your wiles.
I'm gonna make you a
We
little
don't have
bit-
enough hair to do that. You know what? I'm just gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. It's like, alright, you're lost then. Roll a whiz save.
Okay.
That could be horribly disfigured.
That is an 18.
He'll still take half.
What do you
I
say to
don't
him?
have enough D- I said, you're lost.
And
Okay.
I'm never gonna dream again.
That's 12, 13,
Like,
15. So half is 15 psychic damage. Wee.
15 psychic
Oh.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay.
gonna be 8 because I round up. Beautiful. Ilya.
He is still stalking towards us.
Yes. You see him just kind of like you think you see like a glimmer of light behind the mask, and a single tear kind of floats down the side of his face, just burning the mask. But yeah, he's still coming
You guys
right
had
for
that
you.
coming.
Sir, do you need help? Are you okay?
He
Hello?
just raises the knife.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, but I guess I'm just going to use mold earth to try to bring up a block of earth right in front of him.
Okay. Mold earth. What does that do?
run away!
Run away!
Run away!
I target an area of loose earth. You can instantly excavate it, move it along the ground, or deposit it 5 feet away.
You are
Just
in a
enough.
building. There is no loose earth.
Fuck! I did
I'm
not think of
a
this.
slut, Trent.
Yeah, Trent, don't call people sluts. That's not nice. You can only call me a slut, and I can only call you a slut. That's the only time it's okay. Anyway. What do you do?
I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
We
You
are not about making a stew in this restaurant,
You
okay?
you just sit there and you take your like canned cold chicken and you just kind of like throw it at him to try and distract him from coming at you.
Yeah.
Shade.
Wow, right to me. Okay. Wait, he hasn't gone yet.
Mm-mm. He rolled a nat 1
Wow.
Hey, I'm in the same camp, buddy.
and still beat
Same
beat
thing.
Rosie.
Oh.
Start out strong.
Hey, I'll take it.
He hasn't been talking. Yeah?
Nope. He's just walking
Okay,
towards
well-
you very slowly, and he's raised a giant, like, fucking butcher knife.
I'm so sorry. I didn't cut that chicken for you in the back.
You misunderstand.
I'm so sorry.
So, do we... I'll look over as my free talking and be like, so, we're gonna fight this man. Is this how this goes?
I'm not
I'd
finished
rather-
with my food.
Nor am I... I'll be like, oh, don't eat that.
It was
We're better than that. We're in demand.
10 seconds,
we eat better
Shade.
than that.
I would
Alright, I'm
prefer
gonna-
not to do this.
I would prefer not to neither, but he's stalking very rudely. We'll play it off as rude. I'm gonna green flame braid. Oh my god.
I'm gonna green flame braid him.
I'm gonna
Green flame blade.
Red is not your color.
Green flames. Green's flames for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna green flame blade him.
Let's go.
Does it? Wow, that is universally bad. Advantage for nothing. I'm gonna assume a 12 doesn't hit.
So you like lunge at him with your knife?
With my short sword.
Okay, so you just
silver
rip out a
short
short sword and come at him, and while he's raising that dagger, he just kind of knocks it out of the way, and then turns immediately towards you, Shade.
Well, then I will be using the disengage action and going to the front door, because he can't move very fast.
He actually moves pretty damn fast. He's just kind of moving slowly for
Dramatic
effect.
effect.
For dramatic
He
effect.
understands.
Cinematic purposes, thank you, Nemesis.
I see.
Can I yell at the server to go get the manager faster
Yes, you can.
at the front door? Please get the manager now.
All right. Eureka.
I'm very scared.
Eureka is gonna disengage with Shade, but she will 100% take her soup with her.
Don't forget.
I
Good soup.
Good soup.
You just look at him. Good soup. And you just like disengage by him as he swings at you and misses. It's Tilly's turn, and she goes, "Oh shit! The Red Death!" And then she's just gonna launch Eldritch Blasts at him.
Beautiful.
Alright.
Let
Atta
Tilly
girl.
take care of it. I like that. Eureka just
Tilly, take
by you, Shade. Just
It's gonna be
Let's
big.
let this avatar of chaos do all the shit for us.
She just blasts him at disadvantage, and it just, both of them just kind of shoot off, like, right past his head, as he just kind of looks down at her. And finally, it is his turn.
Oh gosh.
Who is remaining at the table right now?
I forgot to move.
Leila
use a
and
bonus
Ilya.
action.
Okay.
Good job.
Since he can just feel the Karen energy and that needs to be punished, he's gonna go after you at disadvantage because you're taking the dodge action. Actually, he gets 2 attacks, so he's gonna go for both of you.
Shit!
Yay!
Oh, he's an equal opportunity, tall,
Wait, why are
hulking
you
plant
saying-
man.
Okay,
Okay,
yay! He's going to hit you, and he wasn't going to before.
okay, that's a 24 and a 20 on you, Ilya.
good soup.
Good soup.
Good soup.
All right. So it carves into you, and you take 7 points of slashing damage. As it just seems to find you wherever you go, and it just stabs directly into you for 7 points of slashing damage, plus 24 points of necrotic damage.
Okay, yeah, I'm down.
And he just pulls it out of you as your blood seems to like leave with it and kind of float in the air for a bit before falling on the ground. The wound really hurts as you go down. But you were down.
I look at Lila as I'm like going down on the table. Just go, help!
Oh! Great.
Face down in your food.
And then on Lila, that is a crit.
On me?
Mm-hmm.
Jinkies.
Can I use my reaction to minus it with the d6 and make it not a crit?
That's a crit. I'm sorry.
God
It's
damn
not a
it!
thing you
I
can do.
There's nothing I can do. I'm dead.
I
We're
might be dead
dead.
too!
We're dead.
We
We're
survived.
fine, but we're
We're
dead.
Lila, that is 12 points
Eureka
of
just
slashing
looking
damage.
at y'all.
As he
Okay.
gets you right across the, right across, like, here. So he may have cut something, but you're not sure. So that's 12 points of slashing damage and 40 points of necrotic damage.
I'm going to choose to stay up as a fucking
Yeah!
orc.
Relentless endurance.
So you just like stand up, and he slashes you across the neck, and you're just bleeding out, and you just and just hold it with one hand. Just hold the bleeding wound with one hand.
The worst service I've ever gotten.
The wound aches and hurts, and you can see that your blood, as it kind of draws out, is once again kind of floating in the air and then drops. The knife is doing something for you.
Can he make a Constitution saving throw? Or not a strength save, please?
Strength save? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That is a 13.
That fails. He
He
takes...
chooses to succeed.
Well then he takes half of 12, so 6 points of force damage. He would have been pushed away, but fuck you.
Assuming that Ilya's body just goes
Okay.
across the room.
So you just and just like your loot just kind of explodes with energy towards him, and he just kind of cocks his head at you a little bit. Shade and Eureka, you're bolting for the door.
Yeah.
The door swings open, and you see. Please describe your character, Rosie.
The door is actually kicked open by a figure who looks to be about 5'8". They are dressed in very nice clothing. A black long-tailed coat, a gold vest underneath, and a green ascot with a silver little crest on top of it. They have very short, kind of salt and pepper colored hair, and they're wearing a mask that covers the majority of their face. It is half black, half white with gold overlay and green accents all across it. You can't tell if they're male or female, but their boots do give a couple of inches to them. You think otherwise it'd be a pretty small person. They are wearing a shield, and they have a rapier in hand and are a little bit out of breath.
All right. It is this person's turn.
All right, stop right there. I am Red Death. Please slow down. Oh, it looks pretty bad in here. He's going to go and make an attack with his rapier on the Red Plague.
Let's go.
Cool.
Sipping the soup, there's maggots in that.
Nuggets. Oh, that's a 28 to hit for the natural 20.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, there we go. Let's go.
Entrance.
Let's go.
Sorry, I'm late.
That'll be 20 slashing damage.
Testing tactical nuke.
For my first attack.
Fuck
and
you,
then for
Jack.
the-
That's how much you rolled. That's how much you rolled on the die.
10 on the die and then doubled it.
Okay.
Yep. Cool. And then I'm going to swing again with my second action because I can do that. That's going to be a natural 19 for 27.
Let's
to
go.
hit.
Let's fucking go.
Let's see.
That's going to be 12 slashing damage. I'm just going to get in there all fancy like because I've taken fencing lessons. So
Yes.
it looks...
Whew, just a lot of poking. You just poke the shit out of this guy, and you just go right through him, and like, the red robe he's wearing is just covered in blood at this point, and he just kind of like cocks his head as he turns around and looks at you, and raises his knife to kind of go for you, yeah, he's bloodied.
God. How many times are you gonna honk the horn, bro?
At least 9 times.
Shit.
Lila, at the top of your turn, you take 9 points of necrotic damage from your wound.
I go down. Fuck you.
Your club sucks, by the way.
A word a second. Alright, so you just kind of like, you are just holding the wound, but like, it's aggressively spewing blood, and you just collapse onto the ground. Ilya, did you get hit as well?
I'm already down.
Oh, you're already down? You take a failed death save.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. Okay.
You don't roll.
None of us can heal.
You just take a failed save.
I am the healer, and I tried. I didn't get my fucking second turn.
I want everyone to know I'm
Alright,
the healer, and I try.
Shade. You
Thanks,
turn around and you
Lila.
see this very dapper dressed young person just stride into the room and just impale the shit out of this 9-foot tall Jason wannabe.
Eureka's by you like,
Same. I'm gonna reach over and take a sip of the soup with renewed confidence and be like, right, okay, yeah, oh,
Yeah,
great,
well, do something crazy.
wonderful.
Careful.
Oh, you're so polite. You're so polite. Do you mind? I'll go for it.
Your turn.
I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna green flame blade again. See if I can hit this guy.
Let's go.
Let's go! Okay, that'll do it. That's a 21.
yay!
Remember,
Good job,
you'll
Lenkov.
get your sneak attack.
Yeah, there's some good. There will hopefully be some nice little damage here because. And James, you can cross-reference this for me. At 5th level, if you use green flame blade, you can add a D8 of flame damage when you hit the first person. I don't know if it's if
Let
you
me read
cast it at 5th level, but it's a cantrip, so I don't think that.
I think that.
Ooh.
Let me read it real quick. I think Green Flame Blade just allows it to jump from something, and I think it increases that damage. At 5th level, it deals an extra. No, it deals an extra 1d8 fire damage. So, in this situation, normally Green Flame Blade would be useless. Now you get an extra d8 of fire damage to hit it with. Because Green Flame Blade
Great.
normally will just transfer some damage to something else nearby. So you're dealing some extra
Great.
fire damage.
That's what we want to hear. Screw this guy in particular. Okay, that is to start with. Just roll that first little one. I'm gonna use my silver short sword, just in case this guy is crazy. It's 9. Ooh, baby boo. And then.
Come on, pins and needles.
24 cornucopia of damage.
Cornucopia.
It's a cornucopia of damage hit.
So you just like take your short sword and just and like just in a whirl of flame you just carve him up, and he just kind of backs into the table for the first time, kind of being staggered by any of this, and then just kind of pulls himself back up.
I'm going to like tip my invisible cap to the new person and go right back to the door with a bonus action disengage. Your turn.
It's actually
I don't think you can bonus action disengage because the
you did
cantrip
two
is-
the cantrip's a bonus action, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or
It's
is
an
it?
action, it says.
You use it says part of the attack. So yeah, you do have a bonus action. So you do that. You go back to the door.
Tag team! Tag team! Tag team!
Eureka.
Oh, this is fun again.
This is fun again.
She drops her soup. Probably like one more sip left, but she drops it. Pulls out one her scimitars, drags one across her forearm, and it lights in her right damage, which is now a d6. Yay, it's only 3, but that's okay. It's 3 extra damage somewhere. All right, and she's gonna attack. Twice. That's a 17 for the first one.
That hits.
Yay! And and a 22 for the second one.
That also hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll right damage for one of those babies. Moment. Okay, so the first one we got blah 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 blah. That's 9 plus 3, so that's 12 for the first one. 3 of that is fire damage, and then 7 for the second one. All slashing.
How much is that total?
So altogether, that is 19. 3 of that being fire damage.
Get her done.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Dazzling, honestly.
So with that, like, he's kind of like leaning back and forth and like kind of swirling a little bit, but he's still raising that knife. It is Tilly's turn. Can my PC bring it home?
Bring it home, Tilly. Bring it home, Tilly. Bring it home. Tilly.
That's a nat 1.
Tilly.
On the
Tilly.
first attack.
I thought she was supposed to be all strong.
That's
and
another
shit.
nat 1. Jesus Christ.
Tilly.
Tilly.
Okay.
Who
So,
does she accidentally kill, James? Me or Ilya?
It's gonna
Restaurant
be
damage.
whoever.
Burn the
it's,
place
it's,
down.
it's restaurant damage. She just like just blasts a hole in the window, and then he's going to get an attack of opportunity on Tilly.
I think Ilya's probably drowning in somebody's soup right now, so...
It's
He
not
was-
good soup.
And he hits
It's not
Tilly.
Eureka. She drank most of hers.
I was launched across the restaurant and landed face first into a bowl of soup.
And Tilly is down.
Damn, this guy is hard.
That is 40 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, goody.
Oh, baby.
Goody, Trent. Can't wait.
Thank you, Trent.
Oh my god. Now, and at the end of her turn, he is going to use a legendary action.
Of course he's got legendary actions. Jesus.
Everything
just
has
wanted some
legendary
lunch.
action.
He is going to just...
Lunch.
He's going to just raise his knife and come at you, you strange new person.
Yes.
Okay,
That is a
maybe
16 to hit.
That does not hit.
So you just whoop out of the way of it, and as soon as it lands, and as soon as it misses, you look up and he's gone.
Right. I'm not surprised that happened again.
Again.
And then it's his turn,
Man.
and we are out of initiative.
Alright. Are those two blood pools, are they belonging to you? Should I go?
Yeah.
We like
yeah,
them,
yeah.
if
Yeah.
you could. We're pretty inept at the moment. Yeah.
Got it. Alright. I know a bit of medicine, so I'm going to make a medicine check on the wizard first.
I will medicine check Lila.
Okay.
And I'm going to speak to the fucking manager because
DC
bloody
These wounds are really bad. The DC for this is a 15.
Got it.
Perfect. Good thing I made a 19 on Lila's check.
Pew, 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 pew,
Pew, pew,
pew,
pew, pew,
pew.
pew.
18 on Ilya's check.
A what?
An 18.
Hell yeah. So, like, you've seen wounds like these before. Whoever you are. And you're kind of able to quickly just kind of, like, pull out, with some strange energy, just kind of pull out, like, these bits of just leftover congealing blood, and immediately just kind of sew the wound back shut. Eureka, you just take out a syringe of something you got and you just jam it into Lila's heart. At which point the wound just explodes with black blood and then immediately seals back up. You two are both at 1 hit point.
It worked. It worked.
So happy I could be an experiment for you. But thanks for
It worked.
picking
And she
me
like
up.
throws her hands around you and hugs you.
Yeah, okay.
The
I'm
rest,
gonna-
of,
I'm
the rest of the diners kind of look at all of this and then just go back to their food.
Oh my god.
Sorry, sir, let me get off of your table really quick. Their soup was not that bad, actually.
I mean, the food is
Prestidigitation.
quite good. I don't know what you're talking about bad food, so...
Well, there were maggots in my food. And,
At this establishment, that's insane. I don't
know,
believe
I
it.
know,
don't
I know.
buy it.
And they
Well,
put chicken in a can. They put it in a can.
Don't
I know what
my
you're
God.
talking about. We split the chicken and the chicken tasted fine.
At this,
Good soup.
at this point,
I am over the moon. That
I will pick up like one of the remaining chicken legs and keep eating it.
At this point,
Good
one of
soup.
the back doors kind of opens, and just like in walks this portly man wearing like a gold suit, and he just walks into the room and he's just like, "Well, excuse you. You make a mockery of my restaurant. You make a mockery of my food. I want you out of here now."
I'll lean over to Lila and be like, "Glad you're alive. I am heavily resisting not bringing out Triton right now. because I can't help it. I can't help it. And if no one says anything, I
Have
will
I
do
met
it.
Triton?
No one. Actually,
No one's met Triton.
No one's met Triton before. Well, to do it
Violet?
here, to do it. Oh no, quite the opposite. He's even more mild-mannered than me. He
Yeah,
doesn't even
honestly,
have the teeth.
The teeth, yeah. Alright, I think that's a wonderful idea. Be yourself.
You must leave now!
All right.
All right, so guys, come on. I think you have overstayed your welcome. Thank you very much for delicious food. Let's file out.
Can we talk?
Is
Can we
anyone
speak
picking
with
up
him?
Tilly?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you're
will
gonna pick up Billy.
Oh God! Look.
Sorry, NPC down. That's our bad. Yeah, I'll healing word her.
Alright.
Sorry,
I will physically pick
sorry,
her up.
who?
Good.
Who?
She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here. Anyway, so
I'm sorry, I don't know who you're talking about.
just for my benefit, Rosie, is there any way that you can turn up your volume on your end? Because I have you at 200 and it's still really hard to hear you.
Let me see.
Maybe we're all just really stupid and loud.
Yeah, well, that is true. That
What?
is absolutely true.
It's base level. Yeah.
Okay, is it better?
This is my stupid level, this is my
slightly.
loud level there.
Let me turn
I
down
think
everybody
It's hard.
else.
It's hard.
Let's try that.
Don't you dare put baby in a corner.
Let's just take Victoria down to nothing. Perfect.
Oh no, she's in the corner. She's in that corner.
Okay. Okay, Michael's there, Regan is there, and I have nothing. Great. Alright,
Can I leave?
Rosie, can you speak?
Yep. Is this
Perfect.
better?
So much
Oh,
better.
that's way better.
Yes, it is.
Woo! Yay!
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Get it, Michael! Get out of my head!
Anyway, cool. So you pick up the body of this unconscious 17-year-old girl with pigtails, and you carry her outside as the manager is just kind of like shooing you out, and the server is just kind of like behind him and just kind of like,
We're going. Come on.
Oh,
It's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Have a
We were
good day.
attacked in this fine establishment, and I, as the pop star, am not happy with the service. I'd like to flip the table we were sitting at.
I'll help.
I'm gonna walk faster outside.
Can I have some soup to go?
Right. Help us flip the table
make
first.
me an athletics check, Lila.
Oh yes, me and my minus nothing, but plus nothing. Yeah, do I get the help action because Shade's helping?
Do you have any pluses in strength, Shade?
No, I do not.
Absolutely
it's a
not.
minus, in fact.
In fact, the table is bolted to the floor, and so you just like
What?
you just like
Jeez, I rolled a 12. Come on.
you just like go over to the table. You go over to the table. You're like, how dare you?
Just smash a glass. Just smash a glass instead. Yeah.
I frisbee a dish across the room.
The dish is also bolted to the table. No, I'm kidding.
How did they serve this?
Anywho,
Oh.
I'm guessing that's a no for soup to go.
you haven't paid for your meal yet.
Oh
If
no,
you
I think
want
we better
soup,
go then.
if you want soup, then you're going to have to pay for your meal and the soup.
No, I think he makes a good point there. We've probably got to go.
I have too much money to pay for things, and she's gonna walk out.
Too much money to pay for things.
Right. And I'll try to find this.
Did you
I'll try
mean
to
your
find
face?
the server.
Anyhow,
You'll be hearing from the rest of the entourage, man. And I'm like water tribing backwards. Right?
make me a
Entourage
deception.
man.
Make me a deception check, Shade.
What am I deceiving them for?
Implying
Hearing
that you
from the
have
manager?
any entourage.
Oh, okay.
You are the entourage to the fake character. Apparently, I am.
Bitch, I am the entourage.
You'll have to deal with Triton.
And
Oh, no.
everyone will hate that, I promise you that.
I
That
promise
is-
you I won't.
That is a 23.
Yeah.
Just-
He kind of looks at you, and you see him kind of... He just kind of holds himself firm, and he just kind of nods, and then he just kind of walks back inside, and, like, hits the server, who immediately, like, goes to start cleaning up everything that you broke.
And I
I'll
don't
give him
like
two, like,
that.
eyebrow raises on the way out. I'm just kind of like,
Alright, well that was less successful than one would have imagined that could go.
we'll
You
never
okay,
go
Uncle
for a
Yaya?
cock and bull again.
Look, I have to say, you
Nothing's
know, I
happened
have it's not a great chain. I mean, like,
Look, I know you're not from here based on your clothing. Not to say it's bad, but it's not the best I've seen. But that establishment is fine, and perhaps you should watch what you say around Dementaloo.
Oh, and who
Well-
are you?
Yes, new person, who are you?
Who am I? Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you all. I'm Jacques DeEspada, the only heir to the Espada family. Quite dashing to be me. And I'll give a bow.
More rich friends! More rich friends!
Friends! Yes, more
rich
rich friends! We love rich people here.
I
Eureka
like
will
your...
curtsy.
I'll give a bow.
I'll go up and hug Jacques. Like, I like you, new person.
Oh!
You can stay with us. And the unconscious teenager.
She's no
Oh,
longer...
I'm still holding her.
She should be up. I
Am I
healed and
still
word her.
holding
Okay, yeah, she's just kind of like... Oh, hi, Jacques.
Hello, Casamara. How are you?
I'm absolutely wonderful. Am I dead?
No, not today.
Oh, fuck yeah! And she leaps out of your arms, and just like, immediately just like kind of does like a spin in the air and starts levitating. And she just kind of turns around to all of you and just goes, "Well, that was fun. I didn't know you guys could fight like that. Like, wow, that was really cool. I don't think that you're nearly as good of a fighter as Jacques here is, but like, it's pretty awesome."
I mean, but who is? If we're being
That's
honest.
true. That's true. That's true. That's very true. I had one friend who did things that were kind of like you, but then we kind of left on not so good terms when I killed his girlfriend. Anyway,
Oh yes.
yeah,
I don't know. We took down a whole domain, so
what's a domain?
A what?
exactly.
right. Well,
Anywho,
this has been fun. I would like to go back to see my daughter, if at all possible, and to tend to my wounds.
oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm just gonna go and see if I can get an invitation to the ball, like I think that you guys are trying to, and I need to get a good costume.
Is this invitation like one invitation per person, or for party, or what?
Per person.
Oh. Well, we need to be going with you then.
Oh no, I'm gonna get mine on my own. I have my own ways.
Oh.
You should probably figure that out on your own. The really only way to get an invitation to the ball is by capturing the attention of the Duchess, which some people may or may not want to do. But the best way to do that is to prove to the entire city that you are wealthy and important, which I know you are.
Of course.
I'm gonna lean over to Shade at this point. You think a concert's in store?
Get out of my brain.
Anywho, bye! And she just like flies down the street, like spiraling and spinning.
Bye,
She's a
Shade.
strange one.
You know what? She's unique.
We
It's-
live in a hospital at the moment. Can we come to your house?
A hospital. That seems quite.
more like
alright.
we live behind them.
Sterile.
Yeah, we're currently renting their backyard.
So much better. No. We live behind the house.
Behind the hospital.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Like. Are
We
you...
have we are so rich that our home actually moves by
I'm
itself,
so-
mind you. It is.
I am
that-
so I'm so proud of you. Truly, I am.
Like
so proud of
Would
you.
you say it's a mobile home?
I would say it is a mobile home.
Oh.
It is like a cart with a trailer attached to another trailer attached to another trailer.
Jacques, you're beginning to see why the Red Death may have come after these idiots.
I feel bad for interfering. I don't like the Red Death, but you may have been onto something.
Why did we provoke the big, tall murder man? What did we do?
You weren't having a good time.
He's the fun police? That guy is the fun police?
Well, I wouldn't call him fun police. He's actually quite... I'll look around. He's not great. He's not the best.
Well, we gathered that.
Could have told you that one.
You know, I am trying to keep him down low. Want to be careful who's
right.
listening. Yes, of course.
Sure. Well, I'm having a wonderful time here outside the restaurant. I don't know
Yes.
about anyone else.
Tip top
Perfect.
and everything. So much fun everywhere.
Lovely. I don't believe I caught your names, actually. Before I take you back to my place, I'd love to, I don't know your names or something like that.
I like him.
Completely
He is
unnecessary.
nice.
Completely unnecessary.
I still would very much like to go see my daughter. Yes.
That's a long name.
That grumpy old man, that's my Uncle Yaya, Ilya. I'm Eureka Faust.
Eureka. I'll go to bend and try to kiss your hand to let him.
Yeah, she lets.
She lets.
Give a little quick.
Oh, she left.
Pleasure to meet you, Lady Eureka.
Huh. Thanks.
He called me a Steve.
Shade and Lila, do you introduce yourselves?
Right. Shade. Just Shade. Of
Nice
the
to meet
house Shade, fourth of my name.
Oh, that's quite a lineage.
He also goes by Winky, but
Oh, but you have to get to know me better. So,
Got it.
I'll make an exception. You saved our lives, but you do have to get to know me better.
All right, I'll put them in the back burner. Keep it in here.
and I'm the useless bard. My name's Lila Rairakku. I am going by
No.
pop star currently.
Don't say that about my friend, alright? Hey? Don't talk to my friend that way.
Also, please describe your characters for Rosie. For Jacques.
Who wants to start?
Go for it. Go for it,
Okay,
Victoria.
sure. So Eureka looks pretty much kind of like a human, except her skin is a little bit darker than mine, but has a reddish hue. She has really crimson red eyes and this bright orange hair with red tips, and she has these really long elf ears. She's wearing a kind of like a leather vest top. Really? Are you compensating for something?
Yes.
Usually.
And these pants with not cargo pants, but still has a bunch of pockets. Yeah, and yeah, she has 2 scimitars on her back, and she when she smiles, she has very sharp canines.
Love it.
Ilya is wearing a dark charcoal blazer and slacks. Other than that, looks like you would see one of the older college professors wear. It's the tie, tweed, that kind of thing. A vest underneath. Really small glasses just for reading, and then just a big bushy beard. Also, somehow looks a lot like Micheal when he had his beard.
It'll come back. They tell me it'll come back.
Imagine
coming back.
Micheal with a wider face and a beard.
So,
Strong jowls.
Yeah, there it is. There it is, right there.
Beautiful.
and it's just a marker.
And what does Shade look like?
Shade's a cat, just a cat.
Yes.
No, Shade is a panther tabaxi in kind of sleek black leathers. The longer you look at his face, it's not a different color, but you can see that he's got a mark under his left eye. It looks like a scar, and the eye that it's next to is just a softer green than the bright green that his other eye is. But he has sort of an artful dodger kind of air about him as you have engaged with him in the last minute or two.
And me, Lila is 5'8". She's a purple half orc with yellow eyes. She's got pretty good sized tusks coming up from the bottom there. She has kind of a shaggy purple mullet. And she's basically dressed like a rogue. You would expect, if you started at the feet and started looking up, it'd be rogue until you got to the top and the capelet that she's wearing, which are just a little bit more bard-like. And she carries around a lute.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
No!
So you stand in the middle of the street. Passerby are just kind of you can every now and then the most perceptive among you will see an occasional person just shoot a glance your way and then keep looking forward, they're way too important to pay attention to you. Yeah. What do you do?
Right. Do you know the manager of that place? You both have gold attire. It might be quick of me to jump to conclusions, but you were very quick to get out of there.
I have been there before, so just didn't want to, not be able to come back. But
of course.
Rich people just wear gold. I thought that was just well known.
Oh no, we all knew that. That's something that we all we've always known that. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, of course. I guess you were joking. I just forgot to laugh. My bad. I'm sorry. How rude of me.
Don't apologize. You're incredibly polite, and it has done nothing but endear you to us all. So it's all good.
Well, thank you. My mother would love to hear that. Being a true gentleman.
I hope we get to meet her.
I hope you don't. All right, let's get going. Are we going back to your place, to my place, to a different place?
Well, we need to go back to our place so as we can check on his little girl, but then I demand that we see your place, because it's gonna be nicer than ours.
Oh, of course. 10 times nicer. 20 times.
Well, I mean, okay.
Check that.
It's not a shanty, all right?
If you want to contest that, that's a deception check versus an insight check.
Oh god, you're a paladin. This isn't fair.
This isn't fair.
You need to be pulling up.
Rosie is really excited about her role.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can't be beat.
It's a 12.
Got a natural 1 for a 7.
Natural 1. All right. What does Lila now know about you?
Ooh.
With a nat 1.
I have a nice house. I think I have a nice house. I think I have a very nice house, but perhaps there are nicer houses. Perhaps there are quite a few nicer houses. It's not the nicest house. And yeah, I think is that good enough? Is that fair?
I feel like a nat 1, she doesn't see precisely into your soul, but she knows exactly this is the worst lie you've ever told in your life.
Oh, my house isn't gonna be that nice, perhaps. No. Not as nice as I'm saying.
No.
I mean, it's better than living behind a hospital.
It's no living behind a hospital, but it'll do.
It'll do.
All right. So are you gonna take him your house, and then Ilya, you're gonna go back to the train?
I kind of want to see their house. Can I convince them to take me to their house?
Yeah.
That's what we said.
I mean, I'm going back to the train regardless.
Okay.
I'm going to limp back with my face full of soup.
I will help him and prestidigitate your face while I've got you over my shoulder. Just.
All right.
I can do it myself.
I know, but you're gonna miss what's in your beard there.
So, you make your way all the way back to Phlegethon Hospital, which you clock, Jacques, as basically mostly an insane asylum. So you're beginning to question your company. Yes, Shane?
Only to make it worse in Jacques' mind, I'm gonna be like, right, so we can't go through the front door. We have to go around. I will explain that part after you see our accommodations, yeah?
And with,
Sort of mums the word about going around.
and with that, like, a rope is dropped down from the wall, and you see Norin up there, who's this, like, really attractive, long, blonde-haired gentleman with, like, a nice little gold goatee. And he just looks down, he just looks down as he drops the rope, and he looks at all of you, and then he looks at you, and is just like...
He's with us.
He saved
That's
your
a-
lives! And, are you the Dark Lord of this domain?
Do you want me to be the Dark Lord of your domain? Because if you ask very nicely, perhaps I'll say yes.
He's
No,
flirty!
because we might have to
No. We
All
can't,
right, but I'm not. I'm not.
we're not allowed to bring Dark Lords on the train. And we were told that by a very important gnome. So,
Like, TikTok the time now.
TikTok the time them, yes.
Can I insight check them to see if they belong in the hospital, not behind the hospital?
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
oh, I guess I'll try to roll deception.
I got a 21.
This is kind of
Oh,
a group
yeah, I'll
one.
just-
This is kind of a
tell you
group
for
one.
free.
This is kind of a group one. That I'm gonna take the lead on. So they
7.
they earnestly believe everything that they're saying. They probably, some of them should be,
Got it.
but there's an element of truth to the things that they're saying that can't really be denied. But Norin is like just sitting up here at the top of the wall with the rope, and he's just watching you guys fucking flirt with each other. And he like slowly starts to bring up the rope.
Oh, hang on,
I'm just gonna-
handsome fella.
Just gonna walk straight up the wall.
Thank you. You may call me Norin.
No.
Norin de Canis.
Lauren de Canis.
Don't
That's a
touch
strong
me.
name.
It's a very strong name. You have no idea how strong.
Don't
And
touch me, I'm going back to my daughter.
you get dropped into the backyard of this hospital, where it looks like a large portion of the backyard has been completely destroyed by what looks like it's something crashed here, maybe a meteor, I don't know, but it's like the earth is just kind of displaced. As you walk closer though, and Norin is kind of leading the way, and he's just like and just like humming to himself, and but as you get closer to the dent in the ground, the air starts to shift and change, and you see what appears to be... I don't know how to describe this in terms of someone who's never seen a train before.
Oh god.
You see
It's like a
a
cart.
long cylindrical tube with many wheels, like a cart, but it's a metal cart, and it appears to be like probably about 4 cars long, and like part of it is like displaced up on the wall, and the rest of it is just like out in front. You see what look to be like green, like wisps of energy, just kind of like swirling
Screen
around it. Just swirling around it. Norin goes up to it and just opens the door, and he just goes, "All aboard, you motherfuckers!" and just hops inside.
He's actually a really nice guy. Also, don't touch the green things, souls of the dead, as I leap on the train.
He is not nice. He is a piece of shit.
Snorting
Hops on
like
the
a
train.
bull. Yes.
Yeah, he tried to
Eureka
exchange
just
my
smiles
loot
at
with
you.
sex. It wasn't great, and I'll go onto the train as well.
Eureka just smiles at you and just goes.
You can go in first.
Come on.
You go in first, Lady Eureka. I'll be a hot minute. I'll just follow you.
He runs away.
Comes,
Please.
jumps into the train. Rose!
Just leaves the
Rose!
Discord. Just gone.
Hello, I'd like to check 5 people into your insane asylum. They're just now back.
Babies. They built something. It's crazy. You should see it. I'll just kind of stare at the door for a second and like tap my foot on the entrance and then like look and then I'll jump in.
All right, you just like open the door, and as you step in, you feel a jolt in your body, and you double over, as all around you, you look around, and it just seems like your vision is obscured by mist. And then you blink your eyes a couple times, and you feel different. The rest of you just see her just kind of see him just kind of bend over in pain, and then like double back up, and his eyes are just kind of swirling with silver, and then he blinks and it goes away.
Are you alright?
Well, do we see his eyes? Because he's masked.
You can see the eyes through the mask, correct?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you can see that.
There's a picture. Do you mind if I share the picture that you sent?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I would come up holding Rusalka and be like, "Are you alright?"
Of course. I had a slight little headache. Probably drank too much the night before. That's all.
This is our other passenger. This is Rusalka, my daughter.
She and I know hangovers, and I'll point at Lila. She and I know hangovers pretty well.
Not a
and
hangover.
It's not. Exactly, that's not a hangover. You can be honest with us. You saved our lives. And I got bit by a zombie, not but 2 days
But
ago.
he's fine,
So-
he's fine. It cleared up
Oh,
when
I'm
we
fine.
left that
Not-
dreadful place.
I want
Not
to.
contagious.
I want to point out. So Jacques, as you look at this little girl that Ilya is carrying, she just kind of locks eyes with you, and she smiles at you, and it's almost like looking into a mirror. She looks very similar to you.
Well, that's quite a cute daughter you have.
Hello. My name's
Hello.
Rose.
What a lovely name, Lady Rose. I'm Jacques. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Are you gonna kill us?
Not today.
Did we finally make a new friend?
Yes,
we
we
have
did,
yet.
Rose.
We have yet to see. We will find out.
We made 2, little girl.
Wow.
How old are you, Rose?
Rose, would you like to tell her how old you are?
Would
Do
you
you
like to? Would
remem-
you like to?
Do you remember?
Would you like to tell him
Do
how
you
old I am?
remember? Do you
Papa,
remember how
please.
old she is?
I have it in here. Give me a moment.
She is 9 years
She's
old.
9 years old. Yeah.
Oh, that's a big age. I remember when I was 9.
Yes.
I know almost too many fingers to count.
Yes.
She counts.
That is right.
Um.
Because you know you are better at math than this. You can drop the act.
Okay.
You were doing
I'm
you were
trying to
doing
make-
geometry yesterday.
I'm trying to make him feel better.
Thank you.
What were you gonna say?
I'm just very bad at math, so thank you very much, Rose. That was quite helpful.
I can do your
Yeah,
homework
yeah.
if you'd like.
Oh, well, I might just have to take you up on that.
Okay. You finally kind of get a look at the inside of this room. It's cool in here, almost like it's like some great beast is just breathing cold air onto you. You look up and you see these little slits in the ceiling that appear to be blowing this air in onto you. Everything is made of metal except for like these seats that are just lining the side of this car. It's a train car. It's a train car, but like it's a fucking train car. And
No. I have to know what it's really like.
What it's
I've
really
never
like.
seen a train car before.
The door.
I've never seen a train.
A door kind of shoots open, and Norin kind of walks out, and he has, and he's just kind of like polishing a gun, and he walks in and goes, "So, have you figured out how we are getting out of here?"
We think it has something to do with going to a ball and some fancy dancing.
Do you think it has something to do with going to a ball, or do you just want to go to a ball?
Both.
Can it be both? Yeah.
Look, Norin, you really have no room to shit on anyone for their choices after you did the whole screamy shit to this guy, okay?
He's not gonna let that go, mate.
Oh no, you are never living this
I'm
down.
sorry, maybe if you were around to cast a spell of silence on the screaming ghost train, then maybe it wouldn't have been such a dramatic entrance. But then again...
Aren't you a fucking artificer? Can't you do your own shitty silence?
I am an
spell?
artificer, I am a half-caster, which means that I do not get my second level spells for a little bit.
Can I get in front between the two of you and just like, alright.
He's like gesticulating with his gun and like has it up to your face. And
Let's just calm down.
It wasn't technically.
Put your gun down.
Norin, I swear to God, you piss me off one more time, I will send you back to puberty and you will the rest of your 13-year-old.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna lean over to Jacques and go, so it's not technically his fault that it was the souls of the dead thing, but he's a bit incensed because we're tourists. Yeah. I'm telling you so much right now. I'm telling you so much. We just came back from fascism-topia, basically, and it was all sorts of terrible. But to make matters worse, then swarms of the undead. So, sucky place to live anyway. Hordes of the undead, and a religious cult, men with clubs, and that's basically the gist. So we had to get out there.
Oh, condolences.
He did do that.
Well, that's exciting. So, do you go there like a mental thing, or did you actually go to that?
I'd try to explain the science like it was a real thing, but you wouldn't believe me. I'm also not equipped to tell you about interdomain travel. So, and I'm pretty smart, but I can't tell you about that.
Well, it has everything to do with a certain formula, and Eureka will repeat the formula that her and Ilya used to open the portal.
It involves...
Jacques' eyes go dull.
Yeah, it involves a lot of, like, monster blood and portals and wisps of dark energy just, like, floating through those portals, and, yeah.
It's actually really simple, really. You could do your own.
It is not simple. It is very complicated, and it is very unnecessary to understand it. Basically, is it okay? Is it okay if I just tell this random person what's going on here, or will it break her brain? His brain?
No, I'm always going to anyway.
It would be
so
complicated for someone that runs a train.
Okay, so, are you familiar with the concept of an island?
I'm going to go to the back to go to the bathroom. I will be back.
There you go.
I will take Rose.
Thank you.
There are islands in the mist, and Demetli is one of them. And it is possible, with the proper tools, expertise, and sheer force of fucking will, to move in between these islands.
Checks out. I believe it makes sense. When you say mist, is it just like mist, or is it? I don't know.
No, the mists. I'm sure that you see them like far out of town when you like look out your window and you see the mists on the horizon. I'm pretty sure that in the last domain they had an entire church dedicated to these mists. Yes, those mists.
Interesting. Wow. What was that cult that you all ran into?
What was it called? I wasn't there.
The place?
No,
Eureka goes back in her notes.
the church that you guys wandered into.
And
it was a Church of Ezra. Actually, I think I'd still have a brochure.
You know that the bathrooms on the screen that actually
hold on.
really
It was the best day of my time there. Give me a second. This is actually more important than words can say. A brochure for you, brother. and hands Jacques
Thank
this
you.
Church of Ezra, like sermon notes, kind of like booklet.
Yeah.
Is that the talisman to get back there if we have to?
Oh my god.
Is it? Hold on a second. I need to find
Look
what
at
it
him!
says.
Look at him!
It's so hard to break from you.
So this brochure isn't very detailed, but immediately from the outset, it appears to bear the same sigil as the Church of Ezra that you know, but its tenets and the things it talks about in its bulletin. It's a bulletin, not a brochure. In its bulletin, the things it talks about are a lot more negative and apocalyptic in nature. Speaking of the only real hope being submitting completely to the mists and leaving your mortal life behind. Very dark stuff. But the strangest thing about it is you swear that this is the exact same sigil that's on the Grand Cathedral in Port-a-Lucine.
Oh, odd. I kind of really like Ezra myself, but this is a bit different than the teachings I was taught. But here, you can have this back. I don't think I want that. But thank you for showing me. It's very interesting.
Oh no, I was never going to let you.
Norin pulls a gun on him and just goes, "Is he one of them? Is he one of the the cultists that tried to kill you?"
Norin, put your gun away.
He's
No!
got no clubs. You're
It's
fine.
my gun.
You're fine.
This is my only protection against you idiots. I am not putting it away. Now, to business. Are you mocking me?
Usually, yes.
He's a young 600 and whatever.
Oh, very young. I thought you were about what?
Me?
30?
Yeah. Yes, Ben.
Oh, please, I am 876. I thought we've been over this.
So close. I just.
I know, you've always
and
been
yet
bad
not.
at math.
I gotta
Yes,
say,
sir.
Dorian told me you were 5. Every time we would talk, he said you were 5. So that's all the information I'm going off of.
How many times have you talked to Dorian since Dorian was here?
Oh, he did not want to be here. So that was one of the last conversations we had.
Oh.
He was very upset and just kept saying over and repeatedly that you were 5.
Right, this
Eureka makes notes again, which you can bookmark as basically a notebook for you specifically.
He is an enigma. All of you are enigmas, honestly. Anywho,
Thank you.
business. We cannot keep this train parked in the back of an insane asylum. Where are we going to move it?
I feel like that's
This is
the
an
last place
insane
people would look.
asylum? That makes sense.
I don't know. Why don't we
Because
put it on top of
everyone-
the roof of the central area of the Duchess of Denetliu?
I have had it up to here with your shit, Ilya. I am asking a serious question and trying to make sure that we are not discovered, not killed, or worse, thrown into a fucking insane asylum. Yes, Eureka.
Well, I think it actually is the best place to park it if you think about it. A bunch of crazy people won't be believed if they say they see a huge hunk of metal behind the hospital.
They're not going
So
to
I
see
just
it,
have
though,
to stay
right?
here, and every time that you get in close proximity to the train, I have to go out to the wall and drop a rope for you.
No.
Exercise.
I thought he couldn't leave the
There's
train.
no safer place. He couldn't leave the train while you were in Falcove now.
No,
It
but
seems
here-
that he's been able to exercise a little bit more freedom since then.
Here is the fun part. You don't have to leave the train to drop a rope. I can walk over the wall. I can just drop the rope myself.
Yes, but that's you, you selfish motherfucker. Can any of these people just climb
That
a
is
wall?
why I can drop the rope for them.
Norin, I think you need to work on listening to people.
It's a great skill.
Need I remind you? If it weren't for me, you would all be zombie food right now.
That's
And he
fair.
takes the gun and he just taps it to his head a couple times, and he just turns around and walks into the main cabin, into the
Maybe we can
front
just
cabin.
put him in the asylum.
He's
Just leave.
He's the only one who knows how to run the train.
Who cares?
I think
For
perhaps we
now.
should all do a group checkup. I think the asylum could be a great place for, I don't know, just a quick mental health check. If you want to follow me inside, I can show you around. Or
I
the
do
door
better
of the
medicine
train
than
just
them in
slams
there.
shut. No!
Have you been here before? Do you know how to get around? They don't like poor people, apparently.
is that so? You guys like poor people?
We don't hate them.
That depends on whether you like poor people, I suppose.
I love everybody, especially rich people. So, but that's my answer.
That's such a good answer. I like everyone,
everyone.
especially rich people. Oh. It was better there for a second, then it was not better anymore.
Was it?
I'm just being honest.
I am
Are
going
you
to.
born in... Okay, do you want to talk first?
Oh no, I was going to go see Fear and see if my shit is ready.
Lila first.
Jacques, were you born in Dementlu? Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Dementlu.
Nobody does. We're gonna have to figure it out before we go to the ball.
No, everything in this domain is impossible to pronounce, and I'm gonna progressively try and find more archaic French names and words for things.
Perfect.
So, and by the end of this, you're gonna be talking to Bonsoir, Vieux and like,
God.
I'll get the Guillaton.
Voilà, toi.
as you call yeah, exactly.
Ah, yes, I know the one. I know the one.
The one who lives on Drury Lane.
He's married to.
Anywho, you asked that question, Lila.
That's a great question. And to answer that question, I'd have to give you an answer. And that answer is probably yes. I wasn't there at my own birth, you see. So, I can't confirm nor deny. But I have...
Parents, then. If you were the heir of whatever the fuck it was, you had
Matilda?
parents. Who told you you were the heir of this place if you didn't have parents?
Why,
Did
of
you
course my
decide it
papa and
yourself?
my mom.
Because we know a guy who
no.
decided that he
Because
was
you're a
the-
liar!
Hold on, let her respond.
My music starts playing.
Let her respond.
I mean, no. My mom and my papa told me that I was the heir. I was raised as the heir. That's why I'm so nifty with a little knife. You know, this big thing right here. Then I'll take off my rapier. You know.
Objection. That's not a knife.
This is a knife.
That's a knife.
That's my gun.
All right, Ilya, you go into the back and you see Fearin just kind of like, remind me, what were the things you asked him for? I don't want to go to my phone.
Right, I needed a pan flute, a compass, and a knife.
Right.
Or a dagger, however you want to say it.
He has finished his mortal instruments, and he just kind of is finishing that watch and the compass. I mean, he's finishing the compass, and then he just kind of leaves it on the table in front of you, and he pushes it forward and goes, "There, all done."
Thank you. Do you have a enchanting station that I could use, possibly?
Enchanting station.
Yes.
What kind of enchantments would you like?
Just minor ones. That is more for me to do and for the gift receiver to find out.
I don't exactly have a station for enchanting, but I can do a couple of things if you'd like.
All right. I'm gonna scribble down what I need for each of those, and I'll just.
He does them in record time, and he just kind
Cool.
of like lays hands on them and just kind of gets all of that done. By the way, it seems like you have a new passenger aboard the train.
It seems so. Do you have any insights?
Well, I haven't met them.
Yes, but you seem to know a lot about things that you have never seen, so just thought I would ask.
Isn't that curious that that seems to be the case, and yet I know nothing about this person?
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre.
He
Well,
stands up. He stands up and just kind of taps you on the shoulder and goes, I hope that these gifts serve the purpose that you intend. And he walks past you and walks back out into the main room. Jacques, you see this dark-haired, like long black hair man wearing a red vest and like a black long coat. Just kind of like use his finger to just slightly open the door. And he just enters. I think I actually have a picture of him. Let me find that for you. And he walks in and he just goes, well, hello, everyone. How is everyone feeling this fine Dementlu day?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Really, like I got the shit beat out of me.
Also, bad soup. Yeah.
Bad
Very
soup.
bad soup.
I'm very,
Bad
very sorry to hear that.
James, would you consider the time we're spending here on the train as perhaps a short rest?
Yes, you could have a short rest.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wonderful.
I need the points.
Wonderful.
So I've sent a
Wonderful.
picture of this guy into the chat. And he just kind of looks at you, Jacques, and oh god, why does that happen? Okay, there we go. He looks at you, Jacques, and he goes, Firen Zalhon, it's wonderful to meet you. Tell me, would you consider yourself a pure, pious, and good soul?
Pleasure to meet you. Quite an interesting introduction. Perhaps pure and pious is a bit, I don't know, silo-y. I think I'm a good person. Probably one of the best in Dementlu, if that answers your question.
Rather low bar, but I appreciate your honesty. And he kind of
course.
walks up and
Nothing but
he kind of walks up and he just shakes your hand. And then he kind of leans back. And he goes, now, I am simply the patron and proprietor of anything that these fellows might want in regards to equipment, spells, things like that. I'm along for the ride. And I guess our destinies are intertwined now, whether you'd like them to be or not. So I feel like we'll be getting to know each other a lot better. Now, I heard some yelling out here. Is Firen upset? Is Norin upset about something?
In general.
In general, well, yes, it does seem to be the case.
Usually.
What is your game plan?
We have to go to the ball.
The ball isn't for, correct me if I'm wrong, Jacques, but 6 more days?
You'd be right. That sounds about right to me.
6 more days? So, how are we going to spend our time until then? It seems like you're on a little bit of a time limit, as Ilya would know.
I'm gonna take a look at the watch.
It looks like it's moved forward about 4 hours.
Damn, it's already at 6 o'clock?
Aaron, actually, I don't really want to ask anything of you,
If it's
but
moved forward 6 hours in one day. Damn.
I'll pull out my briefcase full of 1,000,000 pounds. I think you could exchange this for the right here. Most of it.
Ooh, that's
Like, I'd
good.
like to keep the idea of it being and looking like a briefcase full of money.
That's a good idea.
He looks at it and goes, you want me to turn paper bills into gold coins? I'm a miracle worker, but I'm not a bank.
Alright, well,
Do you need some spending money? Do you need an allowance?
Thanks, Dad.
oh boy, Dad, can I?
Maybe
Are you in a generous mood?
Maybe a persuasion check, Lila.
Wait, what?
Come on, you're a charisma gal.
I'm a charisma gal. Persuasion. Wow, when did my persuasion go to a plus 11? So that's a 22.
22. And he kind of like reaches into his coat and pulls out like a little sack of gold and throws it at you. That should be enough to
Thank you.
get you through town, but just remember, it's not about how much gold you drop, it's about how hard you drop that gold onto the table.
I do have an
Yes,
idea.
think of it like your dick, just...
It
Well,
may,
we don't
it
have to
may,
think about it like exactly like that, but
that
yeah.
was what
Gotta whip it out.
that is what your bard was implying. I don't know how to address that in any other
I
way.
should have
I
known
do-
better. You're right.
I do have an idea that could get us some cash, although it is a little time consuming. People here are focused on looks and appearances as far as being rich. I would assume youth is one of those things, and that is a spell I have
Street
been working on.
corners?
We could
I was thinking performances. Street corners could work. Also, youth potions of youth could work.
yeah, well, potions, quote unquote, but not really potions. More, yeah. I think let's set up a small carnival of crazy people. So to speak.
Honestly,
I'm going to call a timeout on activities that are specifically denoted as poor. If we go and busk in the middle of the mall, we will be seen as poor. If we say that we can make people younger in an old crow medicine show, we will be seen as poor.
I was thinking we go get some.
Might I suggest you do have a map of Dementlu, of the entire city? There are locations on there that look like they could be interesting. I feel like if you go to several of those places, you might be able to make a name for yourself as, I don't know, just doing odd jobs around town, just get seen, and just enjoy yourselves. I have a feeling that these things will all come together. If you want to busk in the middle of the town, that's something you can do, but as you mentioned, that kind of paints you already as poor. If you want to sell things, I mean, capitalism rules the world here, so it's up to you, but you have options. Anywho, I have a couple of more things that I need to address back in my quarters. Jacques, if you have any money and you need anything done, armor, weaponry, anything like that, come visit my little parlor.
I'll take that invitation.
Wonderful.
Before we go, I would like to give each of you a little thing. Jacques, I'm sorry, I don't know you very well. I can't really.
No, it's fine.
All right. So for Shade, I pull out just a normal looking dagger that etched in the hilt. It says the right tool for the job, and I hand it over to you. And as soon as you touch it, it starts to shift into sort of like a small scimitar-shaped thing. It is basically a knife that will change shape depending on which personality you have during the day. The gift from me to you.
Quite fashionable.
You know,
Thank you,
said-
Lenkov.
It
did
has
say
no,
you,
it has no mechanical purposes, but it is flavored to it will look however you want it to look, depending on who you're playing at any given time.
Yeah.
Can I cut chicken with it?
You can cut whatever you'd like with it.
Parlor said the spider to the fly. He's not a spider, he's a wizard.
Who climbs up the sides of
No.
buildings?
He's
That
the
is
dude
true.
from
He's the
Resident
Duke from
Evil.
Resident Evil 8, yes.
Now, Lila, I have this pan flute. I'm not sure if you play the pan flute, but it has thaumaturgy attached to it, so you can blow out any windows that you would like if you so choose, or you can have it sound like a different instrument. It is the world is your oyster. May no one tell you to be quiet again. And for dearest Eureka, here is a compass for you. He bites his thumb and drips into the top of it a little bit of his blood, and he closes it up, and he taps it a few times, and you watch as the blood that is inside of the compass starts to go in the direction of Ilya. This will help you to, if you have the blood of a creature, you will be able to track it down within 100 feet.
And she hugs you.
These are my gifts to you. Please keep them with you at all times. They may just save your life.
Papa, did you get anything for me?
You, my dear sweet little girl, you get a little trip out into the city with me, and we will pick out something just for you.
She she beams, and just leaps
Well-
on your back.
Rose, I actually might have something for you in my pocket. You have to say, close your eyes,
She does.
and then think of a pretty flower.
Pretty flower, pretty flower, pretty flower.
And he'll pull a little rose out of his lapel and then put it in front of her. Okay. A rose for a rose.
She beams and just squeezes, and she just takes it and goes, "Wow, you do close-up magic too?"
Sure. For you, yes.
She's very, she's enraptured by this rose, and she just kind of puts it in her hair.
I'm gonna lean over to Lila and be like, I don't know if I want to lick that man or kick that man.
I feel exactly
You know
the
what I
same
mean?
way.
You hit me. I was like,
Fearin opens the door. Are you talking
"You're
about
welcome for
me?
the gift?" Every old man in the room is just like, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My God. Norin comes back out, and is just like, all right. So serious question: are we keeping the train here? Or are we going to find another
Sure.
place?
Can we look at the map for a better spot?
Or we could just ask Jacques.
Where would be a good place to park a snake cart?
Do you
Is that what
happen
this
to
thing
have? Do you happen to have living quarters in the city?
I do have living
Eh.
quarters in the city.
Do you have a
There is
backyard?
A yard large enough for us?
Is my yard large enough?
Do I live in an apartment
Is it?
complex?
It's up to you.
It is my royal apartment.
Let's quit riding trains into the backyard. We share it. My God.
Ah, this royals.
It'll be a tight squeeze, but I think we could potentially fit it.
My darling, we landed this train on top of a castle rooftop.
You
In the
did
middle of
very
a zombie
loudly.
Very loudly, but it happened. I am
Have
a
you
very
figured out
talented
how
train
to
conductor.
move it without it making the sound of 1,000 screams?
And you
Well, it's
then
the de-
persisted
it's
to
the-
let the
it's-
Dark Lord in.
It's the souls of the dead. I don't think it's his fault. As much as I do want to blame him for things,
Does
I
anyone
don't
have
think
the
screams
Does
of the dead
anyone
are his
have the silence spell?
Do you have the silence spell written down for me somewhere? I can put it into a book.
Fearin!
Man,
And
quiet.
he just walks back into the back, and he comes back out with a single spell scroll of silence, and he goes, "I have this. I will use it, and then you can learn it."
Wait, shouldn't I learn it and then you can use it? It would be used up if you use it.
I suppose that is true. Fearin! And he walks
Just
back.
let me see it. Just let me see it. I'll put.
Alright, take it. God
look
damn
at
it.
it.
Yes, just look at it with your brain, and then your brain will remember it.
Oh,
He just shows it to you, and
Oh,
your
I
keen
like
mind
that.
instantly downloads it.
I look at everybody else. I know kung fu.
Show me.
Royce, can we go to your house?
sure.
Alright, can you come up here, Jacques? Direct me to it. And he's just gonna go into the front cabin. You see this massive, console filled with, buttons and levers, and this big machine in the middle that's kind of whirring, with, blue energy. he just goes, all right, do not touch anything. Sit in that chair. Out the front window, you can see where we are going. And you direct him to the house.
Yep, I'll direct him to the house. I'll take the
Okay.
scenic route though.
All right.
Fly a couple of fields.
Okay. that is fine.
Apparently, wizards can't learn silence.
What?
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Wizards can't learn silence? That's
I thought
not
wizards
right.
just-
That's
That's not correct.
I'm looking through all of these,
That's not
and I
correct.
don't see silence anywhere.
Because in the encyclopedia.
Oh, Ben, quick question.
What's up?
Have you checked your butthole?
I have, actually.
yeah. Only bards, cleric, and rangers can learn silence. What?
Wow.
Vicar!
Well, then, I guess I'll memorize it so I can make scrolls of it or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. You have a scroll of silence. I'll figure that out. That seems wrong. Of like all the classes, I feel like that's the one that should be able to cast silence. Anyway,
Yeah.
as Norin just kind of like puts the train like on its course, you hear for a second Jacques shrieking outside of like hundreds of souls like fleeing from certain death.
The cats!
And then instantly he's like, shit, and he pulls out the spell scroll and like reads it aloud, and eventually it's just like, and you can't hear anything, and he just, and he's just,
The glitch.
yeah, exactly.
We're
Just
not
on the
crazy. Na, 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 na.
And he drives the train and lands it square in your backyard. He knocks down a little bit of your fence. But like, nothing crazy, and he just kind of lands it there. Please describe your estate.
You
Yeah,
can fix
so you betcha. So we arrive. It's not a huge backyard, but it's quite sizable. It looks like a lovely small mansion. It's about 3 stories, very much so in the style of Dementaloo. From the outside, it looks impeccable. All the curtains are drawn though from the inside, and there is kind of gold and green gilded around the house for decoration. There is a small little flower garden off to the side, with a bench, and a couple of walkways. But overall, it looks like a very nice house, but perhaps not as exquisite as a Jacques may have let on. But it looks nice. It looks like a mansion.
It's a very like old upper middle class mansion. It kind of looks like I'm imagining like just because we've been watching it, the house in the first season of American Horror Story. It's kind of like that.
Cool.
It's kind of like
Good
that.
season.
Oh, it's like my grandma's house.
Yeah. And he lands in the backyard, and he just kind of like and drops a silent spell.
Grandma's house.
And drops a silent spell, and you hear, "Ah!" And then the screaming just stops. I remember to do that better next time. Now, please, out of the front seat. Leave. Get out of here.
No, Norin, was that so hard? Was that really so hard to do? You didn't think about that the first time.
He pulls out his gun.
I pull out my finger!
I pull out my gun!
Gentlemen, I cannot be the youngest person here, but also be the smartest person here about fighting each other. If Mommy and Daddy are going to have to fight, right, you'll have to do it outside the train, right?
But outside the train, there are witnesses.
Right, so that we don't have to hear the bickering anymore.
Just go.
You make
Please. Just please leave me alone.
Just quick on his forehead and walks out.
And he just screams in the front as you just slam that door shut, and you leave the train.
Are we keeping Rose on the train, or are we carrying her with us?
I am taking her with me because I did promise her a day out on the town.
Okay.
Would go to the mental hospital.
Mental hospital.
So Rosie, I will leave the descriptions of this mansion and its interior up to you completely. You are DM for this. I will elaborate on things, but please describe what happens.
Oh, so we're going inside. Do you guys want to go in? I was hoping.
Yes, please.
Oh.
Also, take a stroll in the flower garden.
Let's do that first, and then we can go in the house. And so he'll just kind of lead the way, and then when he'll get next to Lila, he'll extend his arm. Would you perhaps allow me to escort you to the gardens?
I would actually very much adore that. I'll take your arm, and I look over at Shade and I'm like, be careful when you're sniffing the flowers. You know you always get pollen on your nose.
You have fun on your date, apparently.
I mean, you're all invited. I have multiple arms if you want to take the other one, Shade.
Can I take a flower with me?
Sure, you can take a flower with you.
And I'll run over. What kind of flowers do you have?
I have roses, there's forget-me-nots, and then some hydrangeas.
Oh, I'm gonna have to pick a rose. So I'll go like, I'll use my knife to cut off one of and I'll morph them into gardening shears.
Is that Triton's?
Yeah, that's Triton. That's 100% Triton. Splendid. Just nick one and put it in my leathers, and then just kind of take his arm and look at Lila, just kind of go.
All right, let's get strolling.
I'm going to take one of Rose's hands, and I guess I will follow.
I will take the Rose's other hand.
Oh, cute.
We'll probably even like do the little
Swinging
thing. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, up in the air.
You just throw her up into the air over and over again.
Strength.
Make me a dexterity saving throw. I'm kidding.
Oh no!
To keep from dropping Rose.
16. No, 17.
I'm a great.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So you stroll through the garden. You once again notice that every single like curtain is like drawn, and some of them you can see are even like tied shut. Dust kind of collecting behind the curtain. Yeah, you head inside finally, or
are you sure you want to come inside?
You've already got us on your arm. It would be very rude if you didn't let us in.
Wait,
He's not wrong.
Wait,
Besides,
I
I'd
have a
love to
question.
have
Jacques
a
jingles
tour
his
of the place.
keys for like 30 minutes.
Oh dang! I forgot my key.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. Shade can unlock it for you.
Shade picks your front door.
It's a bit odd. It's a bit odd breaking into your own house. We've all had to do it, but I will if you need us to.
Oh, look! I found the key. It was the last one on the ring. I think that happened.
Always is.
Wonderful.
So
Lucky like the joke.
Jacques slowly just puts the key in his kind of missing every now and then and kind of fumbles with it a little bit. You're out here until it's dark outside.
Ilya is about to scream.
The lights, like the automatic lights, like come on, like terrifying everybody for a second, and then finally, the key slips in and unlocks.
Hormones.
The door moans. The door moans. And
Checking this watch every like 3 seconds, just like, how long until the world ends?
It's 11 o'clock. Strangely enough, the hour does not change this entire time. But you open the door. And it creaks open, and what do they see?
They see a quite dilapidated house. There's dust covering quite a bit of everything, to be honest. The floorboards look like they could cave in certain parts, but there is kind of a cleaner trail leading to one of the front rooms on the first floor. there's a stairway leading up to the second floor that overlooks the bottom first floor. It looks like if it had been taken care of, it could have been quite a beautiful home, but perhaps it hasn't been taken care of in quite a while. So there are things quite misplaced. The furniture does have some sort of like cobwebs attached to it. Overall, quite a few sheets covering a couple of other pieces of furniture. There's a grand piano that isn't quite grand. And it looks like one of the legs is kind of teetering a bit.
One of the legs is sunken into the floor, like just.
Yes, there's a book like helping the chair like be on the level that the other legs of the chair. But that's kind of what you see when you walk in.
The entire house is on a rake. Just.
It's just leaning.
It's just sinking. Yeah.
All right. Welcome to my home.
It seems like a bit of a bachelor pad at the moment.
It seems very cozy. It reminds me of my own workspace.
Oh, is that by choice or?
Are you insulting me or yourself right now?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just curious. But I don't know if it's an aesthetic choice like it was for me. I like this look. It has character.
Yes, that is the word for it. I have. Sometimes I don't look up from work for quite a long time.
I like it. It reminds me of home. Everything's been dusty since Papa left, so it looks just like it.
I can feel that. All right. I'd recommend not going to the second or third floor. I cannot guarantee your safety. First floor should be pretty good. Don't all the house.
No, we're gonna take it as a challenge. You can't tell us not to go places. You've spoken to the wrong people. We have to go. We have to.
Shade is melted to the floor and just having a toddler tantrum. We have to go.
I already have one foot on the wall, like getting ready to walk up the.
The wall like caves in a little bit.
You just are like still making eye contact with Jacques, and you're just put your foot up against the wall, and you try and step on it, and it just goes right into the wall. And at this point, there's a ding dong at the door.
As soon as everyone's distracted by that, I run over to the piano.
Actually, I'm sorry. Based on the condition of this house, it's more of a.
I will go get the door.
Okay. We're going to take our break. We're gonna end on that cliffhanger for now. Everyone, I will see you back at approximately 9:15. Thank you for joining us this evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us, Rosie Posies.
Rosie Posies, not Rose TM.
Not Rose TM. Ah! Okay, beautiful. Cool. I will see everybody at 15.
Bye.
Welcome back.
Ayo! Welcome back to Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackity. My name is James.
Oh, yeah!
And this is Ravenloft
Survive his
1313.
long lost brother.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh, that hurts.
Fuck.
Mm.
Fuck. What the hell
Change
happened?
your
I
placement.
don't know. Oh yeah!
Check your
Uh,
placement, man. Check your placement. Before you
Good.
wreck
I
your
come
placement.
back and they were on 0 break. Alright, we're back now, Trent. Chill. Fucking chill, dude.
Fucking chill, bro.
Fucking chill, Trent, or I will kill your character on Saturday. Anywho.
I
Okay, we're going sledding.
Harsh.
That's my first move. Is we're going sledding.
You're going sledding.
Going sledding. Going sledding. Going sledding.
Alright. Wonderful. Now that we're back. You, Jacques, you open the door. And out front you see a, just looks like a shape in the moonlight. But then, like, you kind of are able to kind of see that, it's a drow wearing sunglasses and a little beret. And just a completely black turtleneck and black pants. And
No, he's
and-
hot.
oh no, he's hot!
He's hot.
And he just goes, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hello. Good
Hello
evening. Hello.
Hello.
Can I help
Hello.
you?
Yes. I'm just kind of going door to door, and I'm a member of the Red Widow Theater Company, and
Oh.
we're actually opening our new show tonight. And I was just going around to everyone in the neighborhood and offering these little flyers, you know. And he like pulls out a flyer and he hands it to you. It is a flyer for the great comedy by Billy Shakespeare, 11th Eve.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a new reconceptualized work, kind of based on DeLamerens' production about 20 years ago. But we're kind of putting our own spin on it. With a new cast, new actors, for a really raunchy, hilarious good time.
So, children probably should not go see the show, is what I'm...
Well, you know, it's Billy Shakespeare, so most of the jokes will probably go over their heads. There is no nudity and no onstage sexual content, but it is all implied. Every line is an implied sexual innuendo.
Will you be the one kind of... what role were you playing tonight? Who should I look out for?
Oh, yes, I'm playing the role of Lady Olivier.
Oh, I like it.
Yes,
All right.
yes. It's a gender-bent production. I know it's no one ever thinks to do it with Billy Shakespeare, but that's what we're doing.
Hey, I think that's my new favorite way to watch William Shakespeare. So I'm excited. This is stupendous. Great way to spend my evening.
Indeed.
So should I just...
Yeah, just show up. It's like literally right across the street.
Oh, perfect. And I get backstage passes, of course, right? For VIP? Look at me. I'm a VIP.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Did you do it with advantage because from inside her house he would hear me playing Moonlight Sonata on the piano?
AKA the only thing that Regan can play on the piano.
I can also play a lot of other things.
No,
but
you do
only
not
like
get-
5 seconds of things.
You do not get advantage.
I got a 23.
Okay. He goes, I can talk to Lady Scarlet Webb, see if she's willing to let you in. But
I'll leave.
I think the odds are good. You look like you come from good stock. You look like you can get us good reviews by just being there. Like your presence will just make everyone work that bit harder, tap into that little essence of emotion that they don't normally get to unless someone they care about is in the audience. You know what I mean?
Of course, yes. Glad to hear it. I'll need about 6 VIP tickets, so just let your friend know when I go to.
You're pushing it. You got it. You know what? Here. And he just pulls out like a string of tickets. I have 6 comps right here. All mine. Take them.
Why, thank you. That's so kind.
You're very welcome. And who
I'm
knows?
excited to see.
Duchess d'On Air may be there this evening as well. Who knows what might happen?
I'll have to get my eyes to get a glance on the Duchess. You know,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
quite a sight to behold.
Oh, quite a sight to behold. You know that big red dress? Yeah. Anywho, wolf is right. If I were a dog, I'd say wolf, but I'm not. I'm a drow, so I'll say, oh yeah. And then he just kind of walks off.
I'll close the door, take a second to breathe, and then turn around. I've got tickets! We're going to a play tonight.
Whoever that was, I'm sure I hated him.
I love everybody. I'm not sure I love him.
You taking theater here? That's nice. That's cultured.
Last place we were at didn't even know what music was.
That's true. They were lame.
That's very lame. Music it's the spice of life. Can't believe it.
I've heard someone say that before, yes.
If it be the food of love, play on.
Okay.
William Shakespeare?
Bilious Shakespeare. Who the fuck is William Shakespeare?
I don't know. That was my great uncle twice removed.
We were okay with you up till now, but you're spelling some crazy shit.
There are two cultural touchstones that are the case in every single domain, and that is the Church of Ezra and Bilious Shakespeare. They're a thing in every single domain.
And the cock and bull.
And the cock and bull.
And the cock and bull. The cock and bull is in every single.
And a strange man named John.
A strange man named John who happens to be very slippery.
No! No!
He's gonna show up in this campaign at some point. You know he will.
No!
You know he will.
Right, well, Espada, you're gonna have to tell us what monsters you've got in the closet, or the purple one and I are going to go to the second and third floor. Just because curiosity kills cats.
I mean, you're welcome to go to the third and second floor. I just, for your health and safety, would not recommend it.
And you have to tell us why. You have to tell us why. Please. Please.
I'll walk to this. I won't say anything. I'll walk to the stairs and then put a foot on it and put all my weight on it, and just you hear the worst creaking sound. Yes.
You think you feel the entire house start to shift?
Oh, you're speaking about the integrity of the house itself.
Exactly. Not my integrity, the integrity of the house.
Jade, would you like to go up? Would you like to look up there? I can give you something that would help you a little bit better. Are you dying to go up there?
I mean, a little bit. What do you got up there? What's up there? You got any collectibles?
Yes. I mean, maybe not in best condition, but there's some family things that we have around.
Well, we can help you out. You got us tickets to the theater. We can go pick up the things that might destroy your estate.
No, it's all right. Truly. If you're gonna go upstairs, second floor, feel free to look around any of the rooms. Third floor, I think one door is locked. I've never been able to open it, so good luck.
Oh, I look at Shade upon hearing that.
Yeah.
I grab your shoulder and I'm just like, we're doing this, and I cast Enhance Ability Cat's Grace on myself.
Oh, well, on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm going to put a hand on Shade's shoulder and just cast Fly, and then I'm going to sit down and just read my book, so I can concentrate while he's doing whatever the fuck.
Okay. So you cast Fly on Shade?
Yeah.
Alright.
Eureka's gonna stay downstairs with Jacques.
I'm also staying downstairs,
Okay.
but
And Rose and Ilya.
You have about 2 hours till the show, just by the way.
Oh, we have to acquire clothing, but everything was closed. Wait, maybe there's some clothes upstairs. I run upstairs. I was out of character, but I ran
You
upstairs
run
anyway.
upstairs, Lila.
Tiptoe through the tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips, darling.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
I would
I
like
run over
to
to the
fly.
stairs and careful
I'd like to help.
last
I'd like
day
to
I'm gonna
help
say.
Lila by holding her arm so that if she falls through the stairs, I can at least fly her over to another step.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself.
Make me a dexterity saving throw with advantage, Lila.
Yeah.
DC is 15.
That's a 16.
Aha!
So yeah,
Yeah.
you
Success.
crack holes in the floor like every time that you lay your feet down, but Shade is just kind of gently carrying you upstairs. Make me an investigation check with disadvantage, Shade. You're making it with disadvantage because you're
Oh.
focusing on not dropping Lila through the building.
Can I make an
Okay.
investigation check?
With disadvantage. You are hindered by your
She does.
current flying position.
Oh god, one of
Okay.
those was a nat 20. That sucks. The other one's a 23.
Mine is a 13.
So a 23
Would've
and a
been a-
13.
It would have been a 24.
Mine would have been a
But it
nat
wasn't.
20.
All right. So yeah, Shade, you're kind of focusing on just keeping Lila up. Lila, you as you explore the second floor, you find a whole bunch of like rooms that are just look like they haven't been touched in ages. But you finally set upon one room with a big wardrobe filled to the brim with pristine, untouched evening wear.
Taking all of this downstairs. On the way back. Alright, let's get to this crazy door.
Okay.
Not before a fashion show. Jacques, you have to tell her which dress you like her in the best. And we'll make that the ball gown.
Perfect. I love.
You know I don't like ball gowns.
Remind
No,
me,
that's
there was nothing in your backstory about a door upstairs, was there?
No, it's really
Okay.
just a door.
Okay, so you go upstairs and you find, like, at the end of a long hall, on the very third floor, like, the roof is sagging in certain places. You hear
A red door.
You hear things just kind of...
You hear the door.
You hear things kind of skittering through the walls. And at the end of a hallway that seems to, like, turn as it goes, you see a big red door gilded with gold.
Where does the red door go?
That's it. That's the door I cannot open.
Did you not have the right tools?
I didn't
Is
have
it a
the
matter-
key.
Oh.
Jade, you are the tool. I try and get you to put me down so you can open the door.
All right. I like to try and lockpick this door.
Okay.
Almost no leverage because you're flying. Just like,
Yeah, with
I'll like hold your ankles to try and stabilize you.
Oh, thank you.
okay, you can make me that thieves tools check.
Okay. Is that sleight of hand?
It's a dexterity check with proficiency. So if you have proficiency in sleight of hand, then yes.
Okay, great. I do.
Yeah.
Oh, baby boo! That'd be a 26 yar.
So you hear a click. And then an air horn. And the door kind of gently, like, swings open.
Right, we got it open. If you're going to come up here and find out what's up here, now would be the best time to do that. Because we're going to go in.
I'm gonna close my book and try to spider walk my way up as
Make-
gently as
Holes in the
possible.
walls.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, Ilya.
Oh no.
Eureka's gonna look at Jacques and go, "Do you want to go?"
I do. Would it be alright? Do you want to come with me, or should I? I'm the host, so I could also.
17.
And Jacques and Eureka, you're also going upstairs?
She'll just kind of look at you and go, "Well, it's a little bit strange that there's some parts in your house that you don't even know what's behind it."
Here's a potential thing that we could do. Before I go all the way up, I'm gonna cast Tensor's Floating Disc again.
There it is.
And just help them maneuver their way up
Hop on for a magic disc ride.
Like Eureka will grab
I
onto
can
the
show
disc and
you
just
this
like
house.
have a whole hand out like Aladdin, do you trust me kind of thing.
Huh?
I forgot, of course.
Frank!
Is this really your house?
Why?
I
We're
will
gonna
show
do
you
it.
your house. Creaking, dismantled and shackling.
Can I come too? Can I come too? Rose says.
Of course, Rose.
Of course you
Come
can,
on
my
back.
darling. Of course you can, my little darling.
Okay.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna plop her on the disc.
All right. And the disc floats upstairs, and it takes you guys a little while. But as that door creaks open, you see inside, a small bedroom, with a massive portrait on the far wall. This portrait appears to show a man with graying hair, probably in his mid-50s, holding a baby and looking up at a woman who's just kind of touching his face. And this woman once again looks very much like Rose and Jacques. Hair's less salt and pepper, and it's more of an auburn, but very similar facial structure. Jacques, as you arrive upstairs with everybody, and you see this portrait, the man you recognize as your father. You do not recognize the other woman.
Who's that, Jacques?
Oh, that is a portrait. That's a portrait of a man and a baby and a woman.
That had Joe Candle energy right there.
It did.
That
Right.
is a portrait.
It
Of
is
a
in
man
your house.
and a woman and a baby.
I asked,
no.
who is it though?
Right, there's no corgis in it, so that's a little weird.
You're totally right. Should be corgis. It looks like an ancestor of mine. Perhaps I'm a descendant.
Distant
is
or
the,
close?
is the woman look older than the man, or do they look similar aged?
She looks younger.
You look very much like her, and yet
Yes, Lila?
I look for an artist's name on it.
Yes, you may.
You-
Give me
you
an
do
investigation
not-
check.
you do not know who this woman is.
I can honestly say I have no idea who that woman is. Never seen in my life. All 25 years.
19.
It is Rusata. She looks kind of like you.
Hey. Shade, you're very close to my...
Sorry.
No, it's alright, it's alright.
Maybe Rusalka will respond when she is paying attention again.
I'll do it. I'll get as
I'm,
close
so-
to
I'm-
Rose.
I'm sorry. I was looking up what the name was. What'd you get, Lila?
19.
The name on it, you can find it in the corner, and it's Artista de Slop.
The slope.
Would you mind spelling that in chat or something?
Yes, I will send it to the group.
Artist of slop.
I'd like to ask, based on lineages, and I realize we're interrogating you rather acutely. So if you have any questions for us, we'll also answer them in as to varying degrees of specificity and vagueness. So, do you know Dominic? Do you know a man named Dominic?
I don't know named Dominic. I know a woman named Dominique.
No, that does not.
Okay, for a
She runs
split
cafe.
second.
You can make me a
Oh, okay,
you
I
can
was
make me a you can make me a history check if you'd like, Jacques.
Cool.
I was gonna say Shade questions everything for about 1/10 of a second. But he was
What was that, Jacques?
A 7.
A 7?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'll come
you've
in
met
together.
some Dominics every now and then. It's a pretty common name. And some Dominiques.
A Dominic Deonaire?
Oh, isn't that the Duchess? That's the Duchess' last name, right? The Duchess.
I don't really know. I know that is what he told us. Yes, that is what that is the Duchess's last name.
Well, I know the Duchess's last name. I do not know a Dominic, unfortunately.
I see.
He's very charming, just like you.
Rusalka, don't you think this photo or this painting looks a little bit like you?
Another me. A time long ago and not yet happened.
Yes. All right.
What? What are we talking about?
All right. Cool. Well, at least I think I know where my daughter is from.
Oh, I mean, it's a portrait. I feel like you need a paternity test or something to
What?
a paternity test.
I don't know what that is.
It's
know
where
what
you
a
it's where you
paternity
go
test
in,
is, but
it's
you
where
don't
you
know
go
what
in,
a train is.
it's where you go into a field with another man and go, I'm the father, and you pull guns and whoever wins is the father.
Ah, I see.
That's a paternity test.
Who's the other? Who is the other person? Then I would have to shoot. I do
He
not
said-
have a. I do
so I
not
guess
have a gun.
you should do it
So.
by default.
I am. Everybody call Maury. I am the father.
Yeah, anything else in this room?
I'll do an investigation to see if there's any heirlooms, either to give to Jacques or keep for myself.
Sure. You, make me an investigation check, Shade.
I do have a passive 15, if that helps. But
Passive,
I'll roll it.
Fuck you.
A passive fuck you.
A passive fuck you.
Yes. That's an 11.
Piss! Yeah, you search the room
Yes.
and, like, you don't really find much of interest. Strangely, this room seems to be immaculately clean, compared to everything else. But there's a little drawer, in the bedside table that you open, and inside you see a single raven feather.
Oh. Klinovich.
I grasp my necklace that he gave me. Kranovich.
Do we get any sort of vibes like we got from the mask or the boa of rats?
Zabjik!
You can make me an Arcana check.
Oh, I can do that.
Give me a magical vibe check.
Magical vibes. Give me them magical vibes. Give me them magical vibes. Oh yeah, that is a 27.
You don't get any magical vibes from this feather, but you
That's
do
a
know,
bullshit.
But you know it's too big to be just from a regular raven.
That's weird.
That's no good.
That's no good.
Anyway,
Drugs are not okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So then, if we're done in the room, perhaps we all go downstairs.
There's no dust in this room. Why is that? All the other rooms are dusty. And I turn around and show my leathers because I've been rolling around on the floor and they're covered in dust. But this one is pristine. Why is that? I wish I could turn this knife into a magnifying glass.
Again.
Well, when you're trying to...
I'm sorry. What are you trying to say, Jacques?
I don't know. I don't know why it's not dusty. That's crazy. It's wild.
Jacques, which is your room?
I typically don't. I'm a guy who gets around, so I typically don't spend the night here.
No, that is which is the room that you grew up in.
Downstairs. Little.
Do I
You'll remember that
being-
in the receiving room, there's like a cot just laid out on the floor, just an air mattress.
Jacques, I feel like there is something you are not telling us, considering, well, your house looks like this. You did not, your family is not here, and you are hesitant to tell us which of these rooms you grew up in.
Are you?
Is this your house?
Are you poor?
It is my house. I am not poor. And then,
Well, good.
Yeah.
Us neither.
how tall is Ilya?
About 6'2".
Cool. Jacques is going to go get really close to Ilya and like, if pull on his thing to bring him down.
Hi.
You ask a lot of questions. You're Dementaloo. You should be careful what questions you ask and to whom you ask them to.
I ask questions everywhere I go. This why I'm so charming.
Also,
Almost got eaten by a blanket.
It was a duvet.
Okay, clowns, there's a tense moment happening. What did you say, Jacques?
Oh, he said, I'll just let go. I'll let go. And say, all right, a bit rude of me, but if I have secrets, they're mine to tell, and that's it. That's all there is to it.
As I'm like rough rummaging through the dresser, I'm like, that's fair. We are raiding your house right now.
You can have whatever you want, Shade. I don't come up here, so feel free to take anything.
Don't you toy with my emotions. I will take things.
Take them.
Yeah.
You met these people like
I
3 hours ago.
A little bit.
And they're already just ransacking your house.
This is why nobody
It's
comes in.
It's because we like you.
How
Theft
flattering.
is the best form of flattery.
Right. Let's skedaddle, and I'll start forcibly pushing people out of the room.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Everyone make me dexterity saving throws. Shade and Lila, you can make yours with advantage.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
They are still on the floating.
Oh, they're
disc.
still on the. You just put everyone on the disc now. Okay, so just everyone on the disc. Ilya, make me a dex save.
Cool.
Oh, Ilya can be on it. I already made my roll, and I would not. I don't think I got up on it. Anyway.
I can't move the disc while I'm on it.
Oh, rude. Well,
I'm still flying though too. Can I opt out?
Yes. Yeah, you can opt out. I would say.
Wait. Are both of those concentration?
No, the disc is not concentration.
Oh, okay.
I got a 13.
You're like, all right, come on, guys, and you're pushing the disc, and then you hear a crack, and you look down like Wile E. Coyote, and you fall 3 stories.
Oh boy.
can I try and grab him as a reflex?
Does anyone have feather fall?
I don't. No.
I
No,
do.
that's my
You-
sorcerer.
You fall,
I did.
and you
Wait.
take 11 points of bludgeoning
Before
damage.
that happens, let me cast my feather.
You cast Featherfall?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
you dingus.
So you just slowly, like... and just like through each floor, and then you land gently, like on top of the grand piano, which
I was gonna
caves
say.
even further into the floor.
With a loud.
Boom!
Oh, I hate this world. I hate everything about it. I hate everybody in it. I will kill everyone around me.
It will kill everyone.
Flashback to everyone on the disc slowly floating to the closet.
So here's the thing. The disc can't handle... It has to stay within 20 feet of me. It does its best to do so, but it can't handle elevation changes of 10 feet or more. So...
What does that mean? So it just disappears?
Mhm.
Bye, everyone else.
Everyone make me dexterity saving throws.
Do I have to? Because I was not on it and Shade's
You
floating?
two don't have to. So
Oh, wait. Let me actually see if I maintain concentration, because I did just take damage.
you
Oh,
didn't
no.
you didn't take that damage. You didn't take that damage because you featherfalled.
No, that's right. Never mind. Either way, I
Thank
would have
God.
been at 12.
That would have been awesome.
I hear the laughing. I go, spell's over.
All
Oh,
right,
Dodge was on the disc.
Eureka and Jacques. What were your dex saves?
Jacques got a 7.
Yay!
That's
Paladins.
that's a 26.
All right, Eureka, you're able to like hang on, but you still kind of fall, so you take half damage. But that's 12 bludgeoning damage to you, Jacques. And that is 6 bludgeoning damage to you, Eureka.
Oof. Yikes. Alright, I deserve that.
You all
my
land
God.
on the piano. Which
God
is going to
damn
make
it.
it. Which is going to make a con save because I'm worried about it. Yeah, it's
Piano.
fine. The piano's fine. It just sinks further into the ground, to the point where you feel like it's just like literally continuing to sink. A sinkhole has opened up beneath your den.
Not again.
Not again.
Oh,
You all finally make your way downstairs and end up.
Oh, the two of us were gonna raid the wardrobe and bring the wardrobe.
All right, you bring
Oh,
like,
yes.
you bring a whole bunch of fancy clothes down, which seem to fit most of you. I'd say that like there's a couple of different people
Good
that
memory.
use this wardrobe. But yeah, tell me how you guys get dressed. What are you wearing?
What was?
Who are you wearing?
What's in the wardrobe?
What's in the
Whatever you want. It's basically nice stuff, but some of it's a little bit moth-eaten, and some of it's a little bit has been repaired with patches. But
MC Hammer pants. I'm just kidding. No.
It's Renaissance era clothing.
Sorry. MC Hammer pantseth.
Ah.
No. I would say he's probably just wearing the same sort of style. It's probably like a nicer suit ish kind of thing with like gold cufflinks.
Yeah, it's got cufflinks. It's inlaid with a little bit of gold around the trim of the lapels.
I'm a very simple man. I know what they like, and I do not want to change from that.
What
I
do you-
think Shade would do some. Oh, sorry. I think Shade would do something very similar to Jacques' palette of finding like a vest and a nice coat with tails, just basically sans heels. Like
You
it's
like
so
the
the
heels?
biscuits can feel the ground.
Gotcha.
The toe beans.
You just take what looks like to be one of Jacques' changes of clothes, but then you pick a different pair of boots.
May I?
Knock yourself out. I'd be honored to match with you.
All right, Lila.
I think I pull out a black skirt and a corset, and just a black skirt that would match the top I'm currently wearing, and then just corset it on. Like, there you go, that'll work.
Cinch. Yeah.
Actually, Eureka, would you mind helping me? Wait, you know what? Jacques, would you mind helping me? I was just like, wait, you have -1. You're not gonna be helpful.
I will go help.
I feel like she hasn't worn a dress before. God.
Make me a
What's this
sleight.
require?
Make me a sleight of
heaving?
hand check. Jacques.
Maybe I'm not the best for this.
Oh no! Wait, I should have asked Shade.
It was a 12.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as it's pulled a little too tight, but then
Okay,
it's slowly
that
unloosed.
makes it look all the better.
Yeah.
I forget my strength sometimes. Terribly sorry.
You are suffocating.
I'm happy.
You have the restrained condition. Anywho, Eureka.
Eureka is going to find a, not necessarily her color, but she finds something that's deep purple. Is there dresses in there? You said whatever, right?
Yeah, interesting.
It's kind of like at the bottom. It's kind of like a one fabric kind of deal. And it's like the sleeves are a little too big, so it kind of like falls off her shoulder a little bit. But it's like one of those like, Regan, you know what I'm talking about, where it like kind of drapes in the front, like in the
booble area.
like, you know, not like fully all the way down, but it kind of like drapes like a little heart shape like that, and it's like kind of like a wrap, and it ties right at the top of her hip, so there's like a slit that goes up. It's like a deep purple with like some gold accents, but it looks a little rustic because it's kind of old. It's more like a rustic gold.
So it seems like
Pretty simple.
it seems like Eureka and Lila are wearing your mother's clothing. And Ilya is wearing your grandfather's clothing, and and Jez is wearing your clothing.
Okay.
Just for the record.
Perfect.
Great.
Thank you.
You guys are ready for a night on the town. Drink, everybody. Trent demands it.
Frank.
I just finished my drink.
Trank.
I drank this can of mandarin oranges I got.
All right.
Before we depart, I'm gonna pull Jacques aside real quick and say, I know we've been asking a lot of questions of you, so secrets beget secrets. My name is Shade, and then I'm going to go, I'm gonna switch to Jez real quick. So, Jacques, what you see is that the fur goes away and the nose makes way for it, like a human, almost half-elven nose. Pale white skin, the scar is more prominent, but it sticks around from the last one. Yeah, the black hair gives way to like kind of platinum blonde locks. Same body shape and type, but he'll say, "And I'm Jez," and give you like a quick finger gun and a wink, and then switch back to Shade. So there's that.
That's quite the trip. Well, is anyone else around?
I'm gonna say that you guys are like, if you want to be, I think you guys are heading out the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming that like Jez kind of, Shade kind of stays behind, a little bit, and so you have like a little quiet moment to yourselves.
She's gonna lift her mask and she'll wink. Well, not all will be seeing my space. All right, let's get going. And she'll put it back down. All right, everybody, we have a theater to go to. Let's get moving.
He'll definitely pass Shade as he goes.
Eureka's gonna ask Lila real quick. She goes, "Should I do something with my hair?"
I've always fancied an updo. I just don't like my hair long. I think you would look lovely.
She's gonna take like one of her syringes, snaps off the needle, and then ties up like her hair kind of like up a little bit and just ding, puts it in her hair. How's that?
I'll like pull down some face framing pieces. Perfect.
Before we go, I'm just gonna prestidigitation all of us to like get any of the dust and like weird goopies and holes
Weird
off of
goopies.
us.
Gotta get
You
rid of
know,
the
as
Goopies?
The weird goopies.
Goopies?
Yeah, you know, like the goopies from the moths and all the booger picking kids that sneak into your house.
That happened once. It was once.
It was one time.
One time.
Granted,
One time this kid came
it
in
was
just-
300 of them, but it was one time.
It was once.
And then you're the booger picking house. Just the one time.
It just
There's
takes
no
one.
coming back from that. There's
Alright.
no coming back.
You make your way down the road, and the Red Widow Theater is there. It's not like extremely extravagant compared to most of the other buildings, but it does have like this like spidery element about it. Just a whole bunch of like red spiders adorning like the exterior of the building. It's domed. It appears to have and it appears to just have these glass doors in the front. You see a bunch of people kind of going in. Do you enter? All right.
Everybody ready?
As you enter the theater, there's this main space where your tickets, as you present them, are taken by that same drow man. As he just kind of like sits there, sunglasses still on.
Roll
with
for
the beret.
hotness.
Oh god.
Yeah, please do.
That's a 15. That's a 15. He's not bad. Not bad at all. Definitely above average. But like, there's just something about his demeanor that really puts you off. And he's just like, yeah. What are your names?
Come on, pal. How could you forget?
You didn't give me your name back at the place. I'm just asking.
Of course, sorry. Jacques, DeEspada. You've
Jacques
probably heard of me.
DeEspada. Oh, totally, I've heard of you.
I've heard of you. Yes, you live down the street in that beautiful house. Yeah. Your family's been up to a lot of fun stuff over the years, right?
Of course, yes, we're
Yeah.
well known.
Very well
Yes.
known. Yeah. And what about the rest of you?
Triton JP Esquire, theater critic.
Oh, a critic in the house. Wow. What publication do you happen to work for?
Oh, I'm an independent contractor in this case. I write my own column.
Well, we can give you the press box then. But yeah,
Please.
excellent. What about the rest of you? Who are you?
Points at Lila.
I'm Lila Rairakku. I'm a pop star from the kingdom of Far, Far Away. There, my title is Lila-licious.
Lila-licious. Do you prefer to be called by Lila or by Lila-licious? Which one do you prefer in these more subdued, down-to-earth settings?
Well, you've been quite charming, so you may call me Lila.
All right, Lila. Anyway, and who are you? My tall, dark, and handsome tweed-wearing motherfucker over there.
I would say that he also still has the mask on.
Mhm.
We put the mask back on. You may. My name is Ilya. This all you really need to know about me.
Ah,
Walks
man
right
close to
past,
his
like,
secrets.
it's
Wait,
just like,
I'm the
oh,
usher.
no,
I need
what-
to show you to your seats. And then you. Last but certainly not least.
Hi, I'm Eureka Faust. I'm Lila's manager, and as her manager, no, you may not call her Lila.
Make me an intimidation check.
Oh man.
He's very confused.
Okay. That was an 18 on the die. So hold on. What's her intimidation? It's +0. That's an 18. Thank God.
All right. Kenny just goes.
May I call her Miss Rairakku? I feel like that's a decent, exchange because it seems like she wants to be called Lila. And you don't want her to be called Lila, so is Miss Rairakku acceptable?
I'll allow it.
Alrighty then. And also, are you accepting new clients? Cause I'm currently looking for new representation, and I actually have my reel right here. If you'd like it.
It's a film tape circle.
Eureka
It's like a
will
big
take it.
reel of film.
A big reel of film. Oh Lord. She's
This
like,
cost me $300 to make,
no.
to have made.
$20.
This poor man.
Unfortunately, we're no longer accepting talent. Miss Lila-licious here really is pulling in the big dough for us.
I understand. But just right this way.
And he leads you into the theater.
Fighting the tears.
This theater is absolutely gorgeous. It's nicer than any of you may have seen in Eberron. And the seats are extremely comfortable. Especially now that you're in the press box. From the press box, you have a pretty good view of the show. It's very minimalist. They try to really focus on the text, and you can tell that most of these people actually make me performance checks, everyone, just to see how much you know about this. This is a taste check.
Oh, that's a
Do we
dirty
have
20.
taste?
It's a 10.
Okay.
That's an 11.
I got a 22.
22.
16.
16. All right, Eureka, Lila, and Jacques. Mostly Lila and Eureka, you just get the sense that these people have been very, very well trained, and they really seem to inhabit these characters. You don't believe that they're wearing costumes. You feel like you're really watching this action unfold on stage. Jacques, you've heard of this ensemble, of the the web ensemble. They're incredibly talented, and they seem to have a very large pool of actors within the ensemble that seems to basically change every single production, but you feel like you see the actors around a lot. This company is very large. You have no idea how it's able to stay open with as many actors as it hires, but very talented. You all watch the show. Everyone make me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, why?
Oh dear.
You all
Heavens.
Do we have any
no.
pluses from our beautiful paladin?
I don't think it's this level. But
I
let
think
me
you get
check.
that at 6th level. Let me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
do. I do get it at 6th level. I'm sorry.
Well, then it's a straight roll for me. I got to that 20!
I got a 4.
Bless the bard who goes to theater.
I got a filthy 20.
I got a 14.
Got a 15.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So as you watch this performance, who got above it? Who got above an 18?
Damn it.
Okay. So Lila and Ilya, you're enjoying the show. It's really I mean, I don't know what your taste is, but it's really good comedy. It's really funny. You are really getting the jokes. Rose also nat 20s. And it's just it all kind of goes over her head. But like she's really enjoying like the physical comedy.
Bless her.
However, Eureka, Jacques,
Mhm.
and Shade, you are having the fucking time of your life. This is the funniest shit you have ever seen. They're so good, and you are just dying of laughter. In fact, you're incapacitated with laughter. And you just keep laughing and laughing and laughing. And at this point, like other people are starting to look over at the three of you. And eventually, some ushers kind of come in and go, hey, maybe sometimes the show has a certain effect on people. We're just gonna take them out into the lobby and just make sure that they're okay. So just enjoy the rest of the show. And the ushers escort the three of you out of the theater.
I'll look over
Dum
it.
dum dum dum.
This feels like a bad idea.
Yeah, I don't feel like leaving either of them. Or any of them. Let's go.
All right, Rose. Let's go.
As you like,
We still have the tickets. We can come back in. We'll just miss
Yes.
a little
as
bit.
you stand up and like walk towards the door, the drow, the beatnik drow, just kind of walks in front of the door and he's like, "Are you not enjoying the show, Miss Rairakku?"
I'm enjoying the show quite well. I do need to powder my nose, and I also just wanted to check on my friend Shade, and my manager.
Oh, of course. Well, there's an intermission in about 10 minutes, so like maybe just wait that.
I'm sorry, I don't think you know the size of a woman's bladder, sir.
Oh, I understand. Just right this way. And he leads you out, and around, and he takes you directly to the bathroom.
I'm going to take this opportunity to find our friends.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
I'll distract.
The element of surprise.
You walk out and you find Jacques, Eureka, and Shade, all kind of sitting in like the lobby on the lobby sofas, being tended to by a bunch of drow ladies, who are just giving them water, a little bit of alcohol, and just kind of treating them. The three of you don't remember much from the last couple minutes, but you just kind of like shake out of it as you see Ilya storming towards you, and these hot drow ladies just like talking to you, playing with your hair, and offering you drinks.
Hell yeah.
Are you all right?
Oh, they're fine. They just kind of had a little bit of a spell. Our work seems
I'm
to
not
have that
talking
effect
to
on
you.
people.
Excuse me, I am not talking to you. I would like to speak to my friends alone.
I think I enjoyed the show so much that I almost pissed myself, and that's why these lovely ladies are giving me water. That makes no sense.
The lovely
You have a
ladies.
bathroom.
The lovely ladies
lovely-
just stand up and walk away as soon as you say that, Ilya.
Hi,
Thank
lovely
you.
lady.
Thank you very much.
No.
Oh, he doesn't mean it.
Shade, what did you say?
Well,
I thought the show was so funny that I thought I was going to pee myself, and then these ladies took me outside and showed me where the bathroom was. Is what I remember.
I am going to just be ready in case the Red Death pops up out of fucking nowhere.
Whatever, expects the
The Red Death.
Red Death. Except fucking Ilya. Now.
You are being a party pooper. That make
No,
that
Shall we
right.
go back in?
I'm not. Of course, I would love to go back in. The show is amazing, but I want to make sure that you are okay.
Well, yeah. I can't actually remember what. Now that I'm thinking, I can't remember what happened in the last couple of minutes. What did
I give you
what
an
did I miss?
extremely detailed summary of what happened, and it's the driest thing you've ever heard.
He really ruins the comedy by explaining it. He explains every single joke.
I don't like this.
I don't like that at all.
At this point, you hear the doors kind of open and a bunch of chattering as people are still laughing and just coming out into the lobby, chit-chatting, buying champagne at the concessions, and
I would like to take this time to try to go find some of those ladies and apologize for being so harsh to them.
the ladies are nowhere to be found. Lila, you while you're in the bathroom, like you what are you doing in the bathroom? You just like faking peeing, or what are you doing?
I'll actually use the bathroom and
Oh, yeah,
then
okay.
like wash my hands and powder my face.
Okay, as you wash your hands and like you look up to powder your face, you look directly in the mirror and you just see a gray, like malleable mass where your face should be for a second. But then you blink, and you see your face.
I'm just gonna treat it like
Gross.
I've treated everything. Mop it up.
Gross. Mop it up.
I will just treat it as if everything is perfectly fine and just finish and leave and walk very quickly to find my friends.
Alright, you find Ilya kind of coming up the stairs, chasing after these three drow women that are just kind of walking the opposite direction from you across the balcony.
Oh, you daddy old man! I hate you.
Alright.
He's like sneaking around and like sneaking peeks at them.
You're climbing on the wall.
I'm not Master Roshi!
You're not Jan of the Far River. Anyway,
I'm not. And I'm not. I don't look old.
you guys meet up. What do you do?
Well, first of all, I say that and I hit him.
Do I take any damage?
No, I'm not gonna make it
She
damage.
thought
It's
about
just
it, but no.
I was trying to think if mechanically it would, but if it's just me, like, me.
It's not an unarmed strike. You're like tapping him.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I don't want to go back in if it's not going to be funny anymore. But I also don't want a serial killer to come by because I'm not having any fun.
I tried to apologize to the ladies because I was rude to them because I was worried about our friends, and now I am afraid that a large man with a knife is going to come and stab me while I am watching a show. So
It's not a great way to live. I'll give you that. It's not a great way to
Did
live.
the ladies go into the bathroom by any chance?
They did.
I'm just gonna grab Ilya, like, by the wrist and go, there's something wrong with the mirror in that bathroom. I suggest we go back to our friends, enjoy the rest of the show, or leave.
would you like me to take a look at the mirror?
I would rather not go in there with just the two of us, or just the one of you. I don't want to go back in there.
Alright. Okay.
Just the two of us.
So what do you do?
I guess we are not going into the women's
Into
bathroom.
the women's
then.
bathroom.
Rats!
Yeah, you Daniel!
We here at Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackety do not endorse men going into the women's bathroom for investigational purposes.
I would like to hear the stall.
Okay, make me a perception check.
It was a joke.
All right,
Do it.
let's-
Do it and
go
you're
back.
cool. Do it.
Okay, so you
It's
return to
not
the
weird
group.
if you do it.
And at around this time, the group is approached by a woman, a drow woman in a long red dress. She looks a little bit older than the rest of them. Long flowing silver hair. Think drow Jessica Lang. And she just kind of approaches and goes, I haven't seen you around before. How are you enjoying your show tonight?
I've never laughed that hard in my entire life.
I noticed you seem to really be entranced by our material. I apologize, it's a little avant-garde and sometimes it really gets to the heart in ways that most normal theatre can't. My name is Scarlet Webb. It's wonderful to meet you.
Triton JP Esquire, recent theatre critic.
And I assume that you'll be staying for the second act, Mr. Theatre Critic.
It would be my pleasure. The review will basically be everything that you just said right to me.
Beautiful. Well, I have heard that you wanted backstage passes. So if you want to have a Q&A with me or certain members of the cast, probably just me, to be honest. The cast will be a little bit tired after the show is done, but I'm perfectly willing to answer any questions you have.
How do you learn all them lines?
A lot of practice, a lot of work. Anywho, I will have drinks ready. What are your spirits of choice?
Champagne, of course.
Champagne. Are you muted or are you just mouthing things?
I'm not there right now, and I'm mouthing it.
Okay.
Okay.
You are
Irish
there. You and Ilya have
we are
arrived at
there.
around this time.
Oh, perfect.
Irish
Oh.
whiskey.
What the fuck is Irish whiskey?
Oh, I'm sorry. Tabaxi whiskey.
Bourbon would be lovely, but I do have to apologize. I was a little rude to some of your girls when they were helping my friends. I was just very worried about them.
Oh, don't worry. They're actresses. They're used to being abused verbally.
Oh, no! Was that an interactive part of the show? When they were giving us water, was that part of the show? That's gonna go in the review if
Well,
it
no,
was.
they actually weren't cast in this production. They just kind of stick around to make sure that the company stays a company. You know, we're all supporting each other's work.
That's lovely.
I heard a rumor that the Duchess herself was supposed to be here tonight. Is that a rumor, or perhaps there's some validity to that statement?
Well, the Duchess likes to travel incognito, so it's possible that she's here, but we wouldn't really know her behind her mask. But I'll tell you what. If it does turn out that she was here, I'm sure that she will be backstage after the show. She has been a patron of ours for many years, and really does seem to enjoy the work we do.
Perfect. So and we still have access to backstage, right?
Of course.
Still going to be able to. Wonderful. What a play. What a day. Fantastic.
Well, and then the bell rings. Ding, ding. Alright, it seems intermission is over. Yeah, xylophone.
Intermission will be over in 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck! I have to go to the bathroom!
This whole time!
Alright.
Have you guys ever seen Noises Off?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. They make that joke in the third act. Anyway,
She, Miss Webb, turns around and just walks towards walks towards the door to the theater itself, with a little wave. You guys are on your own.
Where we have to go back in.
back to the seats, of course.
Alright.
Plus, can I just say this? Jacques, you don't know this because, you weren't there, but everyone is considerably more attractive here than in the last place we were at. Does anyone notice that?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's important, but it
I
is
think-
refreshing.
I would have to say the constant cycle of death and rebirth is probably a little taxing.
And everyone was covered in blood and shit.
Oh.
And if they weren't, they were getting impaled.
Yes, no one's attractive when
And
they're
not
being
in a sexy
impaled.
way.
Not in the sexy way.
Ah, damn.
So you return into the theater, and you all really are starting to notice, you smell the scent of roses and fresh linen,
My daughter?
lavender. It's almost pungent, just how good it smells like you're walking into a Bath and Body Works. Yeah. And the show continues. Everyone make me wisdom
honor-
saving throws.
On our way back to our seats, if Mr. Salesman was there, I'll just ask for a bottle of Purple Dragon Crush. Make that wisdom save though.
Alright, yeah. You don't have to make yours, you got a nat 20.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
You're
Can
a
we make
cultured
ours with
theater.
advantage if we know what's coming?
Do I need, even though I succeeded, do I need to do it again?
Yes.
Damn it.
You do not get
Even though I had the comedy explained to me, do I have to do it again?
I'm the driest motherfucker in the world. Why would I laugh?
I will say, okay, Shade, you can make yours with advantage because the comedy's been
Wait,
almost
wait,
ruined.
do
for
I
you.
get advantage? Because I was also explained to.
Sure. Yeah. You know what? Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Cool.
I got an 18.
Dang it!
Did it still not help?
It
5.
did not. Yeah, it's a 4.
14.
No, I gave you my 4 that I did last time.
Thanks.
All right.
I like
so,
laughing.
so your cultured theatrical mind, Lila, is just able to kind of digest it, and you're laughing, but you're constantly aware of just how the set's moving.
I know
around.
how it moves backstage, and I know how the close-up magic works. I know all the
Exactly.
behind-scene stuff.
You see her jump
worst
into the.
person to
You
go to
see the
curse
lead
probably.
actress jump into the clock instead, so that when she's being carried around, it doesn't seem like she magically comes from the clock. You know exactly how they did it, so it doesn't quite land as to exactly how absurd it is. However, who got below an 18? You're fucking dying. Ilya, even your hard heart of hearts just cracks a smile.
It's a terrifying laugh.
What's it sound like?
Yeah,
So
give it.
Nah.
I just heard the first of that, and it was horrible. Great. Okay, so you're able to make it through most of the show, and you really enjoy it, and you aren't escorted out this time. And when the laughter ends, you're all exhausted. It was a wonderful show. Everyone gives a standing ovation.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Fantastic.
I laughed so hard I cried.
Make me a perception check, since you did not have to make that save. Yes. You. Make it with advantage, actually. For reasons.
17?
Okay. Hold on to that. So, the actors give their bows, and everyone kind of files out and into the lobby. just for record-keeping's sake, give me 1 second. Who failed 2 of those? Okay. For the next... until I say otherwise, you two subtract a d6 from every check, saving throw, and attack roll you make.
Ooh. Hopefully that ends when we leave the theater.
Everyone who failed 1, it's a d4.
Ooh. Am I okay?
You're fine.
Bard harder!
You all just feel kind of loopy and tired, and like your heads are starting to hurt. As you leave the theater and go out into the lobby. At which point, Scarlet Web comes and finds you, and just reaches out a hand and goes, "Right this way, my dears."
Wonderful play. Love the speeches. I'm so tired.
I second that.
Lila,
Wonderful spurs.
as you take her hand, that perception check
What?
kicks in. You suddenly realize why the theater smells like Bath and Body Works. They're covering up something. And as you take her hand, she smells like sulfur.
That's not good.
I can't wait to see what all happens backstage.
Of course. And she drags you backstage. You make your way onto the stage and then into the back rooms. As you are entering the room, though, you pass this cloaked figure with a golden mask who just kind of glares at you slightly from under the hood and then keeps on walking.
Oh, I will 100% smile at that person.
Okay. Bye, my lady. Miss Webb says, and she just goes,
Oh no.
That's the Duchess. She's traveling incognito, like I said.
Oh no. I wanted to talk to her about the play.
She's still kind of walking.
Oh,
Do any of you want
that's
to
a
say
shame.
anything?
Do you need entertainment for your ball coming up this weekend? It's alright if you don't have time to discuss now, I understand.
Eureka
Why
comes
would
up.
I need entertainment from the plebeian masses?
I
Talk to
look
me
to
again.
Victoria.
Talk to me again when you are somebody, dear.
With all due respect, dear Duchess, actually, this is Lila.
No.
She's known in many different regions. Quite popular, actually. And I understand that you are very, very busy, and sometimes you may not have time to quarry in such art, but she is quite known, and she would be honored to bless your masses at your ball, if you do so choose.
Give me a deception check.
Yo, I can't believe Eureka came up with that. What?
Mention her in Falcovnia. Oh, they all know her.
No, they all know her. Okay. But that's a -4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I rolled a 1, thank God. That's an 18 for deception. I think. Wait, hold on.
It's
Yeah,
charisma.
because she doesn't have charisma.
She looks at you. She turns and looks at you. And you just see, like, red eyes behind the mask. But you can't really make out any of her features. And she just looks at you and goes,
I have been lied to many a time. I have been convinced to bring low lives into my estate. You
I'm sure that's very
are
frustrating.
nothing, and you should not pretend to be anything. Come back to me when you are something, and don't dare lie to our face again.
What if I said I had a secret to make people look younger?
Wait, 20
And not just a cream, like actually make your body young.
Are you implying that my appearance is not to your liking?
Oh, not at all. I just think you could bring high-profile people to your home if they are looking for a way to look younger.
You've noticed that the other actors in Miss Webb have all stepped back from you all, and
Yeah,
she just
like-
kind of raises a hand, and it shakes, and you can see it kind of fall out of its sleeve, and it's this long, dark, clawed hand, and you see green like dancing between those fingertips, and she goes,
Yeah. You are absolutely perfect, Doctor. But why not have a little party trick or a party favor? Someone can leave looking 30 years younger. That would be a party to talk about.
Have some sort of contest.
"Make me a persuasion
Masquerade.
check. Make me a persuasion check for your life."
Lip sync for your life. Oh, your...
Best costume and best mask gets this prize.
Okay, so I'm gonna use a luck point.
There you go.
Good for you.
Don't forget
Yeah.
your
Minis.
minis.
Don't forget to subtract your D4.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a nat 20. But I don't know if that still works with
It still works.
the subtract.
She just kind of like lowers this glowing clawed hand and goes, "If you are lying, the Red Death will take you. If you are not, consider your invitation signed and in the mail."
I will let you decide who gets this great gift first. Who's your party?
If you perform it, I will hear about it.
Wonderful.
No, I have many important things to attend to. May the Red Death take you if you've lied to me. And she just kind of walks away, but it almost seems as if she's floating.
Yeah.
Just on a perfectly even plane as she exits. Miss Webb
She's
just,
a witch!
Can I before you move on with that, because there's probably like 3 seconds of silence as she floats away. I'm just gonna hold up my fan in front of my face, cast message, and just like message everyone in the group. That fucking bitch.
I couldn't hear anything.
that fucking bitch. Yeah, so, Miss Webb just kind of comes up to you and goes, "I'm sorry I couldn't get a more, intimate meeting than that. She's very private. But, please,
That was very intimate.
your drinks are ready backstage."
Hooray!
As you walk into the back room, you see those women, all just kind of like sitting on the couches, twirling their hair and laughing, and they wave at all of you. One of them kind of scoots over to the side and has a spot for Jacques. Another one like puts up her arm like this on. I can't do this on this chair. Like this, and just kind of looks at you, Shade, and does a little. And then another one looks at Lila and just kind of sits there sweetly, and then looks at their seat next to her.
I will like put my fan on my side and then go and like sit on sit on her. Yes, actually, I will go sit on her. lap and put an arm
I
around
will
her.
sit on her. I will have her in a tower. Yeah. Okay. So you make your way over. You guys make your way over there. Your drinks are in front of you. And Miss Webb sits down and takes a glass of champagne. and sips. They wait for you to make the first move.
The thing about Billy Shakes, man, that I think you guys did very well is that it can be funny, and I laughed my ass off for the better part of I don't know
3 hours.
how long. 3? Was it really? 3 hours that felt like it went by in a demently minute. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
When he mentions time, I'll look over at Ilya.
1 minute till
Say.
midnight.
Well, I am beat. Well, I think we should probably hit the old dusty trail, as they say.
The slow thing, but it just turns into a scream, like...
So Miss Webb kind of looks over at you, Mr. Triton JP Esquire, and just goes, I agree. You know, I think a lot of people see Billy Shakespeare as very stuffy and old hat, they might say. But I think that the stories that he worked with are very relatable, in a way that really gets to the core of who we are as people. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I quite know what you mean. I quite know.
So when shall we be expecting this review?
Well, when would you like it?
Well, as soon as possible, of course, if it's a good one. If it's not a good one and you're pulling my leg, then I dare say never.
I would never. Nah, I can, if you go to printing press, I can get it to you as soon as tomorrow.
We're a humble theatre. We don't have a printing press. Although there is a printing press down the street if you don't already have your own press.
Well, man like me travels all throughout the city and relies on the kindness of other printing press. I do have my own, but it's on the other side of town. So people are normally...
My roommate has a loud laugh. We know this.
One of the girls titters. One of the girls titters.
But yes, I'll be happy to use theirs tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right, then we'll be expecting that review. Say, how would any of you feel about joining our little company? It's a long-term engagement. The pay is competitive, but I dare say that the benefits of our contracts are extensive.
I'll look over at Eureka.
To say out of character, it's already fishy because it's like, nah, we worked too hard to get a contract. This shit ain't real.
Do you get to perform at the balls?
Back in my younger years, I would attend the balls sometime. The Duchess doesn't go in for theater at her balls. She more goes in to ask people from the opera house if they would perform. She's more into music and dancing. Theater is generally considered a lower art form here in Dementlu, I'm sure you know. But I used to, in my younger years, sing for the court.
Well, it is a kind offer. However, Lila Licious is unfortunately a one-woman show.
Of course. I understand. We are an ensemble, and I believe that we can fit any role, any person into that ensemble. But if that is not what your heart wants, then I completely understand.
It was a great performance, though.
Again, with the mask, and I just message into Eureka's head. What does the contract entail? Ask, please, ask to see the contract.
Can I respond? Is this like to the group or is it just to her?
It's the group chat.
The group chat.
1 minute! We have 1 minute!
You look at your watch. It ticks midnight.
Never mind, we don't have a minute. We need.
We need to go? Is that what you said?
You
It is
feel
midnight.
you feel something in your heart just kind of drop as you see midnight. But nothing happens.
TikTok? Are you fucking with me? Are you seriously fucking with me, TikTok?
You have keen minds, so I'll remind you. A domain is destroyed. Whenever
Oh,
that happens.
a domain.
A domain, not the domain you're currently on. So mechanically, I roll a D100. So it could have been this one.
Like pound my tabaxi whiskey.
I'm so sorry. Do you have a I'm sure you have a practice room somewhere in the theater. Do you mind if I just have a moment to myself?
We have a black box. We have a black box, but we do not have a practice room. We're not a music hall.
Mhm.
Has everyone been drinking their drinks, by the way?
Yeah.
I have not.
Eureka
Shot
doesn't
my
have one.
backness.
Probably, yeah.
I have not been.
Actually,
I've been too busy with the watch. If you'll excuse me, I must get some air for myself.
I wouldn't have poured my own drink. So if someone gave me my purple dragon crush, I would be drinking it. But if no one did
they
give
did.
me
They
that.
did. It was in front.
Okay.
It was in front of you when you sat down.
Okay. No.
I'm gonna go outside and scream.
Okay, you go outside and you scream. Rose kind of looks up at you. Because she follows you out and goes, "Papa, why are you screaming?"
I just saw the end of our lives flash before my eyes.
Doesn't that happen all the time with you?
It
You
it
seem
really
to be a
does.
very tense and nervous person.
You have lived with me many years, and you are just now figuring this out.
No, I know this about you, and I'm just, I feel like your heart's just gonna give out one day.
Oh, my heart has to actually be pumping blood for that to
I
go.
suppose that's true, but it's more metaphorically that I'm saying that.
Yes, I suppose. All right. Well, huh. I'm gonna take a sip.
Thanks, kid.
Take a sip.
Shit.
Pop's gonna take a sip.
I'm gonna take a shit. Go take a sip.
Go take a
Gotta
shit.
take a sip. I said sit, not shit.
So, do you guys have anything else that you want to discuss with the theater company before you end this conversation?
How long ago did you attend the ball? Like, how many years,
Oh,
perhaps?
that would have been probably about a decade ago.
Did you perhaps run into DeEspada, Camilla, perhaps, or?
Camilla DeEspada. I knew
Yes.
that. Are you related?
I'm her son. Yes.
Oh, how very interesting. We perform at her parties from time to time. She hires us fairly often. I didn't know that she had a son.
You know, it's a weird thing. Got into a fight a couple of years ago, so I think out of trying to spite me, she doesn't mention me. But yes, very much a mummy's boy.
I'll be sure to tell her that you stopped by. And
Oh, it's quite all right. I want to surprise her for her birthday, so no need to let her know that you've seen me.
okay, make me a deception check.
Okay.
James, one last thing. Would I be able to check and see if the clock reacts at all to the token, the mask?
If it reacts to it, like its presence.
Yeah. Yeah, like if it'll change what time it's saying depending on the token that's near it.
It doesn't seem to have any effect.
Okay.
It seems like it's just going to freak you out for the rest of forever.
I'm just gonna whisper to it, God, I fucking hate piece of shit. And I know you can hear me.
As you look at it, the clock just seems to look like a middle finger as it looks back at you. Like the clock hand is just a big middle finger. What'd you say, Jacques?
That was 16 minus the 2 from the d6 of 14.
Okay. Very well.
Thank you for giving me a big old fucking red herring.
Well,
We have to make a save or something? Is that what that was for?
what?
Oh no, she was doing a deception.
She was doing a deception check.
Okay, I was gone for a hot
she,
second.
so she just kind of leans back and she just goes, "It seems like you all want entrance to the party, correct?"
That would be lovely.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Well, I do say that you seem to have made an impression on the Duchess. If you were to, I don't know, attend a few locations, show that money that you supposedly have, I'm sure that...
Take out my break face.
I'm sure that you'll make a name for yourself, and trust me, the lady will be hearing about you, and I can secure you those invitations if you'd like. Not me on my own, but I can try.
That would be most helpful.
Of course. After all that you've done for us, it's the least we can do.
We've done quite a bit, yes. Avid supporters of the theatre.
Indeed. And she just kind of leans back, and the girls just stand up, and she looks at them, and then also stands up and goes, "Well, we need to break down the set. This was a lovely little visit, and we'll be sure to be calling upon you again soon. I'm glad you enjoyed the production. Please have a wonderful evening."
You as well.
Okay. You're escorted out, and you leave the theater. It is around 11 o'clock. What do you do?
Well, sleepover? Your place or our place?
So your place or your backyard?
That's
your
true.
place.
That's true. Outside, inside, outside, or inside, inside.
Ooh. Outside, inside? Is that perhaps is that what we're referring to, the train?
The
Yeah.
train in the backyard.
Yes, that thing, the steel trap.
Oh, I suppose it is that.
As you leave the theater, and you head back towards the train, as you're having this conversation, Shade.
A couple of times!
Shade, and Jacques. As you look at each other, your features start to melt and change. Shade, you're back in your changeling form. And Jacques, you are a featureless, gray creature. Exactly the same, Lila, as you saw in the mirror in the bathroom.
Oh, we all see this.
You all see this.
I'm gonna
Fascinating.
hit Ilya. That's the thing I saw in the bathroom. That's not Jacques. That's not Jacques. That is not Jacques anymore. Somehow they switched it.
Am I able to change back into something else, or is it not working?
It's not working.
Oh, okay. Then, my scar is 100% bleeding. Like, it's bleeding profusely. As I'm trying to, like, focus and panic to get back to something else.
I suppose that's what she meant by asking if we wanted to join the troupe.
Oh no. Am I ugly?
Well, you're
You're
not
the
ugly.
Am I ugly?
You're not.
I don't want
not-
to live if I'm ugly.
I'm
You're
gonna
not-
show you a
not
picture
ugly.
of what you look like.
You are just something.
Oh no.
Eureka's gonna go over to Shade and just be like, Jess, Dorian, Shade.
You don't get a response. whoever this is not making eye contact with you, and you can see that they are starting to like panic attack cry, like they are freaking out silently to themselves.
She'll just kind of like not get too close, just kind of. Eureka. Can I do anything for you?
There's kind of like a blank stare. You can kind of see that whoever this is trying to focus, and they're finding it incredibly difficult. There are actually, if you'll allow me to flavor this, James, there are like ripples going over this person's face as if they're trying to change, and the fact that they can't reflexively is only making them more
It's
upset.
getting more and more violent, like cycling.
Yeah, and you can see that they're about to run. They're about to like run away.
And as you do, down the street you see, just coming around from the back of the theater, you see two figures that cross out and walk towards you. And you see Jacques and Shade.
Oh no, they stole their identities. Identity theft! Eureka just kind of, like, she sees that, but then, like, looks back at Shade.
What did I miss when I went to the bathroom?
Nothing.
Eureka and Ilya, make me charisma saving throws.
Oh god. I am not a charisma girl.
It's about to turn into that Spider-Man episode.
Oh, hey! Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
Let me open up my sheet again.
I got a 19.
All right. 18.
Hey!
You feel yourselves, like, just almost throw up in pain as something wrenches, and you see from around the corner of the building three more approach. And when these approach, they're simply drow. They're the drow ladies. Each one of these figures is carrying a gun.
No fair.
Not a gun.
Shade pulls out the gun, points it at you, and goes, "We'd like to thank you for this opportunity. It's gonna be the role of a lifetime. I can just feel it." And Jacques just pulls up the gun and like kind of turns it to the side and just goes,
Kill shot!
There's an inaccurate way to hold a gun. You can
It's
break
a very
wrist.
inaccurate way.
It depends on the gun, but the reason it's inaccurate is because the shell casing will just kind of go, and it'll burn your arm. But she doesn't seem to care. She just does that, and she just goes, "Quite." And on that note, we're gonna end our session.
Oh, come on!
It's 10:50, unless we want to go till like 10:30 and go into initiative.
I'm exhausted, honestly.
Alright, then that's the cliffhanger we're going to end on.
But James.
Anyway, welcome to the campaign, Rosie. You make a character and now it's gone. And it's gone. Beautiful.
I'm glad it wasn't me this time.
Thank you for joining us, everybody, for Ravenloft 1313. We'll be back next week. Eventually, we're going to be going bi-weekly with Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We're still putting that together. And then on Mondays, we have My Theros Academia, and on Saturdays, we have Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Check our schedule for when those are happening. But yeah, thank you for joining us. Anybody have any Twitch channels they want us to fucking shoot this over to? What do we got going on?
Silvermoon is live at all, but I don't think
I was gonna say the Bob Ross channel is always pretty good.
Bob Ross
That's only on
channel?
That's only on the weekends, I think.
I don't know. Oh, the Venture Maidens. I don't know what they are, but I follow them, and they appear to be a Dungeons & Dragons channel. They're live, so let's go ahead and raid that. Sound good?
Good and the diddly
Sound
do.
good? Let's go. All right.
No way!
Clickety clackety, my friends. Please come backety.
Please.
Clickety clackety. I've got a gun!
Clickety clackety. That's the sound of these rounds hitting the ground after I shoot you with my gun. Anyway.
That
Shoot you in the
sounds about right.
backity.
No.
Clickety clackety, shoot you in the backety. All right, let's go.
Clickety clackety, bust that cappity.
Clickety clack. There it is. That's it. All right. Have
You're
a good night,
welcome.
everyone. Clickety clackety. Please come backety. Raid!
Raid, fucking raid!
Great, fucking